Gearing up for Cyber Lunch.
Nobody misses when I'm at the end of the rope. You never had a rope around your neck. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil fight your ass.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to say anybody can miss a shot. Nobody misses when I'm at the end of the rope. You never had a rope around your neck. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil fight your ass.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to say anybody can miss a shot. Nobody misses when I'm at the end of the rope. You never had a rope around your neck. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil fight your ass.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you doing, Dutch?
What are you doing, Dutch?
What's this up for, Dutch? Oh, we're clipping right away. It doesn't even matter. What's going on, everybody? Howdy, partner. Welcome to the official.
How do you yell at Dutch without clipping, though?
Hee-haw, yippee-yi-yay.
Sure. That was my best Arthur Morgan, sure.
You're playing Red Dead 1 gameplay. Just so you know.
We give Justin the wheels to the TV.
Already
and
fell
this
off.
is what happens. They fall off just off the wagon. Getting
Shut
that?
up, Daryl.
Won't you shut up,
Dutch? He lost his cool. Sure. Well, I'm sure everybody turned it off by now. How you doing?
Hi.
Like,
Welcome.
I'll wait till next week.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
No, stick in. It's going to be fun.
I didn't play this game anyways. It's 80 hours. It's like, yeah, I kind of feel you with that one.
I had 73. That's
73, yeah. I didn't even
Gosh,
look
I didn't
at
even
the final.
But that was in the
Deal.
first, 4 days of the game being out. And I wasn't even trying. Remember I told you, I was like, I'm not going to rush it. And I rushed it.
That's what happens. You binge those things if you really
You have
enjoy
to.
it a lot.
That's the way to enjoy this game. You really, really have to.
It was an immersive experience, and you have to give it a couple hours to fully get in that immersion.
Like I said, this week, we will be playing This Week in 20 Questions. Justin and I
Yes.
are going to be
Yep. It's back
the
to the old
OG
ways.
team. OG team. That's what's up.
Although I feel like we were heating up.
You were
last
doing
week.
good.
Are we getting hot, Jake?
I think so.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Is that a Western song?
I'll probably get sued for that one. No, it's not. There you go.
Hot, hot, hot.
Then we're going to jump straight to my loose interpretation of Red Dead 2. Now, throughout the entire playthrough of this game, I took notes, but they ended up kind of be jumbled nonsense, I guess, if you weren't actively playing the game. But they were just not necessarily a step-by-step playthrough, but also just they are, but they aren't. But
Freeform play-by-play kind of?
pretty much,
That's
yeah,
what I used to
just
write my film analysis papers actually in college.
That's what more of it is. Yeah, it's just kind of haha, why did they do that? This could have been weird. Just kind of my comments on it, not necessarily giving everything away as a whole. Especially I haven't beat all the side missions either, which I hope Jake could enlighten us on.
I did a lot of those too, so.
Yep. Who are we?
We are...
The full jingle. You didn't do the whole.
I'm getting to that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I thought you just forgot. There's Chinese food involved.
I just wanted to say, we are going to completely spoil this game, though. So if
Yeah.
you're listening, and
Daryl's
you
got a list of
really,
spoilers.
if you really don't want to get spoiled, which I understand, it's an investment to play this game. But I suggest this week you might want to tune out, at least for the first
No, for the whole. Well, listen to 20 questions and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We'll break it down by chapters, so figure out chapter you're in and turn it off when you haven't gotten that far.
There you go, and then you can keep
there you go.
listening if you want to come back. This spoiler cast is upon you. You have been warned. With that being said, I'm Daryl.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jake.
Welcome to Cyber Lunch, a weekly podcast that deals with nostalgia reflected and integrated into our everyday lives of growing up in the digital revolution, plus a plethora of tangents and passionate discussions with special guests and our favorite music, movies, video games, and television shows of the past to date. Now, Jake.
First of all, Mark's going to be really mad.
Oh, yeah.
I
we're
already
supposed to
texted
do that
him.
with him.
Oh, okay.
I did. He's like, I didn't
Yeah,
beat
can I take that back? Can I say my name is Justin?
Oh, there you go.
Can we do that over again?
You want me to read it all over again?
You don't need to do the intro, but can we just do our intros of our names?
Okay. I'm Daryl.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jake.
That was weird.
There you go. I like
You
that.
sound like
a
you
little
had a
better.
cigar in your mouth.
Yep. A big old chaw in my lip.
Cha!
You ever seen that guy walking through work who has the stogie hang? It's never lit. He's just
Yep.
chewing on it.
Old guy. He pulled up to the
Well,
gas.
duh.
He pulled up to the gas station one time. I'm like, ah! Oh, never mind. It's not lit. He was just standing out there by the pump.
Just sucking on it.
I wish
Oh
I
my
could do that. I
God.
can't pull off that look. I've tried that with cigars before. I think it looks
Yeah,
stupid.
you're not a boxing coach.
You've seen me smoke cigarettes.
Hit the one in the middle. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, with the way. No, he holds it like. How do you hold it?
For our
hold it like
for our
this.
listening
Yeah, like this.
audience.
I hold with my whole hand over my face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in between your middle and ring finger.
My pointer in my ring.
Really?
No, my pointer in my middle.
I'll
It's like-
point my middle.
It looks like you just like it looks like you just killed somebody and you don't want to get the blood on your face. You're
Yeah.
just like
That's like when I have to blow my nose.
Oh my God,
and
this
I
is a
hold
horrible
the cigarette
show.
in my
Oh
hand
my God.
while I blow the nose. That's how Justin holds it. Yeah.
oh my god. So this week in 20 questions.
Yes.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's a pretty crappy week, actually.
Really?
It's pretty quiet, but I have a great 20 questions for you.
Okay.
23 years ago on the PC, Duke Nukem 3D.
Ooh.
I remember-
23 years ago, that's it?
1996. I remember when that came out and the first time I played it with my
Hell
cousin.
yeah. I didn't know there was boobs in it, and then it was like in the first level.
Yep. 18 years ago on the Dreamcast. Excuse me. Phantasy Star Online.
That was one of the main selling points for
Yeah, I didn't
the
play it,
Dreamcast in
but that was a
general.
big one.
Yeah.
Seaman was it for me.
That's
bet it was.
Oh my god, yeah.
That game was
Gross.
the greatest, dude.
Ugh.
Fight me. Seaman was the best game on Dreamcast.
.com.
Get the fuck out of here.
Changed my mind.
Get the beep.
I'll remember the first time that I played NFL 2K
this
was
your
on the
beer?
Dreamcast. No.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, dude. Those 2K games on Dreamcast.
That's why I
were
bought
shit.
one, because it looked like I was watching television. But now you look back and you're like, what the hell? But it
I
looks
remember
like
thinking that on NHL like 02 on,
Oh, yeah.
on the Xbox original.
the first NBA 2K that came out. You're like, whoa, it's like somebody's playing a actual game in front of us. It's weird. It's weird. Now we look at it and it's like as janky as actually Madden is still.
Yeah, it
But
looks
anyway.
like Blitz. All right, let's get back to it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah, Madden does not look good, so I don't know what.
Here's
is
one for you
happening there.
nerds.
It's the hair.
2004, 15,
Nerd.
15 years ago, Pokemon Fire Red on Game Boy Advance. Also,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Pokemon Leaf Green.
15 year 2000 what?
I don't 4. Who cares?
No.
Fuck you.
Pokemon
is
Red
the
was
shit,
not
dude.
2004 in advance.
I
remember playing that in high school and I graduated in 03.
Way not into that.
That doesn't seem right.
Just because you're not into it doesn't mean you have to hate.
20. Well, it was on the Game Boy Advance, so it could have been a reissue or something. Knowing Nintendo, it was probably the third iteration of that game.
I think it was Gen 3, bro.
21
Really disagree.
21 years ago in 1988. That's why we're here. That's okay.
23 years ago, 1988.
1998.
Oh, okay.
PlayStation, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Meh. I remember a lot of people talking about that. Never played it. Thought about it a couple times.
Yeah, similar. I'm in a
Pass.
similar situation. The systems were just kind of deep, and I wasn't really turned on by turn-based at that point
It's like
in
Final
time.
Fantasy's hard enough, and then you add the word tactics to the title, and you're like, nah, it doesn't sound that fun.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. A huge following.
12 years ago, Sonic the Hedgehog came to PlayStation 3. I remember the
Like
first time.
what?
I don't know. It said Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like a port, maybe?
It must
or
have been like an
something?
arcade thing. I remember the first time. I'm like, Sega, Nintendo will never. I'll never see a Sega on, like one of their characters on each one. And I remember when the first time I saw Sonic on Nintendo, I'm like, whoa. Like,
Well,
gaming
they had the
has changed.
Sonic Mario All Stars game, right?
Yeah, it was weird.
And don't they have Sonic now in Smash?
Sonic's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sega's,
That's just because Sega's bleeding money.
well, no, Sega is a developer now. They're not a.
Yeah.
Like they don't do anything like
It's
that.
definitely a power play by Nintendo. That's
what saved their company. UFC 3 came out a year ago. I
I don't think I've ever played one of those.
My cousin's super
Oh,
into it. He loves it. I mean, the graphics look crazy.
They're way too technical though.
I've
It-
heard
it,
that.
it should be like the beat 'em up. If it had the beat 'em up, like
Or like
fighting
have different
mechanics-
levels.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
yeah, if
right,
you
right.
want the technical, go in for it. But if you want just arcade style, how hard is that?
I just have that Arctic Monkey song going through my head now. 20 years ago, 1999. This was going to be my quiz, but I
Okay.
have a better one
Oh, no.
on the PlayStation. Exclusive,
Yep.
creepy, Silent Hill.
Oh, yeah. Well, duh. I posted that.
I wish you would have. Oh,
That's
you
too
did
easy.
that.
Yeah, I
easy.
did. It is too easy. That would have
That
been
is
a,
probably
that
one
would
of,
have been a gimme for
That's
sure.
probably my top 3 games of all time.
I like the one. Was
That's
it the
such a
room?
ride.
The Room.
The Room was great in
was
and
my
of
favorite
itself.
That was my favorite one. I remember.
People don't like it because it wasn't a Silent Hill game, but if you just played it as a game by itself, you're like, oh shit.
It was Silent Hill.
It was, but it wasn't like
was
the
Silent
continuation
Hill.
of the story.
Oh
really.
yeah.
No, it was
yeah.
a separate. Yeah, it was a side
Yeah,
game.
because like 1, 2, and 3 had all
Standalone.
been doing the story, and then they like
Didn't they pick it up though with that character? The next.
they kind of did. Yeah, they added it in. That was
Great
such a
game,
good
though.
one too. But that first one, man,
Remember that looking through the hole in the next room all the time? There was that stuffed bunny, and then one time you looked through and it was looking right at you.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa! And yeah,
but no, one is. I mean, that's like Night of the Living Dead of horror video games for me. Even more than Resident Evil. I'm sorry.
the
Once
sound,
again, Fight Me changed my mind.
the soundtrack alone, just the sounds in that game's creep me out.
That song, that mandolin in the beginning
Yeah.
when you open
And
it.
I have it on my ringtone. I used to have Silent
love
Hill
that song.
stuff to wake me up, and it after a while I was like, I can't do this to myself
No.
anymore. 'Cause
Just deep seated,
Yeah,
just
just
subconscious
creepy.
shit.
7 years ago, Soul Calibur 5. I believe that was the one with Yoda
and Darth Vader.
and Link, right?
Oh yeah, on
Link on GameCube.
on-
Yep.
GameCube was it still?
What was it? What
Or
year was that?
Wii?
2012.
That
Oh
could-
no, that came on an Xbox 360. No, you guys are wrong.
But Link,
It was on the Wii though.
No,
I guarantee it.
look it up right now. Soul Calibur 5. That I own that shit on.
So did I.
Xbox 360.
but who would Link have been for?
Just do Soul Calibur
7
5
years ago?
Exclusive
7
characters.
years ago.
Exclusive characters.
There you are.
Oh come on now.
Characters.
See? PlayStation 3, Xbox 360.
Oh.
You know that's right.
I must be thinking of 3 or 4 then.
Yeah, you are. Just want to make sure we get that down on paper.
It's on paper. No, it's on digital paper.
It's on digital
audio.
voice audio paper. digital.
Computer, are you writing this down?
Hey Alexa,
Yes,
play Slayer.
sir.
What?
There's literally nothing else that it really came out. It's all pinball in Japan 35 years ago on the Nintendo.
I don't care.
1984.
Pinball.
It's a pinball.
That's horrible.
I know.
That's how they would
Justin
say it.
Started it.
That's how they would say it.
We're nestled in a tiny corner of the
Yeah,
internet.
there's nothing else. I'm going to quit wasting everybody's time. Let's do the 20 questions.
Okay.
And it is, if my back button will work here. Thank you.
You ready?
No. But there's no choice.
This game was released
1994.
1999,
Damn it.
20 years ago.
That's all you're giving.
Oh yeah, that's all we get. Well,
Is an exclusive.
No.
a
So-
system exclusive.
Yeah. Multiple
1999.
Multiple platforms.
See, we've been hopping this 1999. That's a tough era, man, because it's kind of like
It's right on the cusp,
the
of the
cusp
place.
of the old and the new.
Yeah,
I
the
feel like because the
PlayStation.
old was like the 32 and 64 bit.
Well, a good thing going for us is that I don't think old and new really cross paths. Like there wasn't, like Resident Evil wasn't released on PlayStation, then released on PlayStation 2.
What we should
type.
start doing is start asking if it's not system or if it's not. What's the word you said?
A console.
Yeah, exclusive. We should figure out if it's on
Daryl
PlayStation
just
1
pulls
or
a word out of the air.
PlayStation 2.
Console?
If it's on PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. Because that kind of.
It will narrow it down. Is it on?
I would say it was like the N64, PlayStation 2, that era. I'll give you that.
Those are two different eras.
Yeah, that's not really.
Okay, PlayStation 1, I'm sorry. That's
PlayStation
what did I say, 2?
era.
1.
You said 2, yeah.
Okay. Is it a multiplayer game?
Yes.
Okay, multiplayer game. Beat 'em ups, puzzlers, bust a move, Tetris. It's not exclusive, so
Beat 'em up, bust a move, Tetris. What?
No.
What? Are you rapping over there?
no, I'm just rattling like different genres off. No, in my head that could have multiplayer.
Slam poetry for rap
I mean,
for video
Still
games.
waiting for a
you
question.
you can ask if it's a fighting game. If it's a
It
multiplayer.
was multiplayer and it wasn't system exclusive.
No.
All right.
Well, what's a fighting game that's not system exclusive?
Is it a sports game?
No.
It's not a sports game.
Is fighting sports?
No. Absolutely
I guess
not.
if it's boxing, like Fight Night or something.
Ready to Rumble.
Dude, those are the shit.
That was more of a. Oh yeah,
was
that was
arcade.
PlayStation. No, that was PlayStation.
Those are on 64 as well.
Okay,
I remember playing the original. The first.
but he
was on
said it's not a
64.
sports game.
Yeah.
You're like, that's true. That was on
Yeah,
that
we should lay
system.
some
Yeah.
guidelines down for this for like genre, like off air, like what constitutes
Like what constitutes what?
Yeah, like,
I
so
agree.
we kind of have.
But so far, I'm not even blurring that line.
okay.
So
Is it third person?
this all comes when we have an actual studio place where we can put up like
Sweet.
blackboards and stuff. Anyway, what's that?
Is it third person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there sequels?
Yes. Yes. Technically, yes.
Weird
Technically, yes.
Yes.
Spin-offs.
Yes. Yes.
spin-offs or something.
Is it licensed? That's
I
always
feel
a
like
fun
that
one.
led you down the route. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's always a fun one. Is it licensed?
Five questions down.
Go ahead. I've been asking all the questions.
No, we've been switching
Remind
on.
me
okay.
what you consider licensed again.
I don't know, like
Something that's like whether it be like a sports franchise or like a movie or like a
TMNT,
TV show.
yeah.
Something that is copyrighted.
like Terminator, any of the Terminator games
Beforehand.
Yep.
Does it have to be like movie?
No, it's just something that that was
Like
copyrighted
Friday the 13th.
beforehand. It was something that was established and copyrighted before it was a game.
It's so hard for me to like say I don't want to answer that question because it's misleading. If I say yes, it's misleading. If I say no, it's misleading on both ways.
Will you just give us a pass on that question?
Yeah, I'll
then?
give you a pass on that. You still have 5. I'll tell you. You'll understand why.
All right.
But even think saying that is confusing the whole situation.
Third
All right.
person.
We'll just move on.
So go back if you want through what you said already.
It's a third person multiplayer game
on multiple consoles.
on multiple consoles,
Not sports.
not sports. Is it a puzzle game?
No.
Okay.
Does it now? You should say, does it have puzzle elements?
I would
feel
say
like.
if it was Resident Evil, I would.
Because
tell
like
you
last
yes, puzzle.
time, yeah.
Okay, I
Is that you
apologize.
said there's no
It's
puzzle
okay.
elements in
We'll
Resident
never
Evil?
I'm never gonna let you live.
I know.
Forget it.
Live.
It's not
That's
a
Never
okay.
It's
gonna
not a
let
pu- it's not a
you
puzzle.
live. I was gonna kill you now.
No, but I'll wait till next week when we might take it off.
What?
Nobody will notice.
We're gonna take off your clothes
No,
and kill you.
Sorry.
Let's
you're horrible.
Is there a campaign or a single player element too?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm hurting. I want to.
Well, we're good. We're only at 7.
Is it a racing game? No. Not a racing
No,
game.
No.
So I was gonna say Twisted. Well,
Twisted Sister Metal.
Twisted.
Exclusive, bud.
Yeah.
God,
I was
I'm
thinking
horrible.
I
at
always think
this.
Twisted Metal every time we do this.
I know. Is it Twisted Metal? Because it's gotta be. Just gotta be.
But there's no action in it. What the
You said it was third person, right?
Yeah. Would you consider like a plat? This isn't a
See,
question.
like, what if it has cars but it's not racing?
I'm kind of that third person thing too. But
like as a
but I
2D
still say
is a
yeah.
2D platformer a third person game?
No.
No.
Because that
Anything like
3D has or
Yeah.
2D has.
Okay, so third person. Never mind.
Yeah.
so it is third person. It has sequels. I'm thinking Sonic Adventure. No,
Why are you
Sonic-
thinking that? Why would he
No.
choose that over Silent Hill? He chose this over Silent Hill. And Jake knows how much I like Silent Hill and how we know all those. It's got to be something we're going to know.
It's not a fighting. It's not a fighting game.
Why do you think it's a fight?
I don't know because the multiplayer thing is tripping me up.
stuck!
Somebody help me!
You're
Is
at
it
8
is
questions.
it is it an action adventure game?
No.
Oh my God! What is it?
Is it
RTS?
a real-time strategy?
Yeah.
Would they
They-
have that in 99?
Not on the PlayStation, really.
Who said it's on PlayStation?
Maybe we should narrow that down. Is it on PlayStation?
Yep.
See.
Like PlayStation 1?
Whatever.
Any?
PlayStation, yes.
Well, I'd like to include that in our
I said it was
question
like
next time.
N64, PlayStation 1.
But it's on
that
multiple. God damn it. We just wasted a question.
Yeah, we need a word.
You're at 10.
Ah, my face. This
game
sucks.
Fuck you, man.
No, dude, we like this game. Is this game
Is it a fighting game? Is your character human?
Yes.
Okay, so we got a human fur character. It's not an action game, which is kind of weird. It's on the PlayStation. It's on multiple things.
And there is a campaign?
There is a campaign. The multiplayer thing is really tripping me up. Because it's like
I know. I feel like we always do that. We focus on like one thing.
Nightmare Creatures.
Dude, those are so good.
Oh,
never
Rainbow Six.
have
Is it a
played
shooter?
No.
He already has action adventure.
Oh,
I
okay.
suppose that's different though.
I think, yeah, action adventure you asked, yes.
It's not a shooter. Not a fighting game. Not a sports game. Not a puzzle game.
Not a racer.
You guys never asked if it was a fighting game.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
You just
You were
did.
talking amongst yourselves. You never asked me that.
Well, I looked at.
Is it a fighting game?
Define what you mean by fighting game. Are you talking like Street Fighter,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But
That's
if
a
you're
hint.
talking if
no,
there's fighting
no.
in it, I'll give you one. If you're asking if there's fighting in it, yes.
Well, duh.
There you go. There's a free one.
It's
for
fighting
you.
force.
That's what I was just thinking.
He wouldn't choose that over Silent Hill.
I don't know.
That's a hint in and of itself. I
Justin,
think.
I am devious. I'm just kidding.
If you're devious,
I'm
you
just
would have
kidding.
picked a way bunch.
I'm old. That's all it is.
I was thinking Bloody Roar, but that never came to.
That was a fighting game. That
Yeah, it's more-
we just
yeah,
said
straight
that
fighting.
as defined. No.
But it's got like brawling elements in it.
Would you
You didn't-
consider
you didn't
Power
ask that.
Stone? Well, Power Stone's exclusive too.
I don't know what the fuck Power Stone is.
It's one of my favorite games ever. Can I
Good
tell
for-
you about it?
No, keep that to yourself. You're at 13.
Okay.
Maybe we should figure out other systems it was on.
Was it on Dreamcast?
You can look it
I
up.
don't know. I
Look
would
it up.
assume. I would
You're a
assume
human.
so.
Wikipedia this title.
No, Dreamcast wasn't out then.
99? Bullshit. Came out in 99.
No.
Or was it 2000?
There's
think it's 2000.
elements in it.
I just remember going to Hollywood Video and seeing one there. I swore it was 99, but maybe it was 2000.
Does Bomberman count as fighting? Being like using bombs?
I would
That's
definitely
more
consider that
puzzle.
a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Just giving you one.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I think you're at 13.
Justin, pull something out of a hat or rabbit, perhaps.
Could you play this game? Was this game on arcade?
No.
No.
14.
Would I be able to find this game easily nowadays?
I mean, that's a weird question.
Okay, all right. I'll retract that
Yeah,
one.
retract that.
Is it well received?
I would say so.
It had sequels, he said, or like kind
You're
of
at 15.
like meh sequels.
Ooh. I think I know what it is.
Dreamcast was not involved.
Okay.
No. Well, I'm thinking it's Shadowgate. Is it? Oh, it's third person. Damn it. God, I hate this. Because I think it's something, it's like one thing trips it up, and I just mess everything else up.
I think you guys need to expand.
Was it on a Nintendo console?
Yeah.
That's what's tripping me
16.
up. Win back. It's a third person, but it's a shooting game. I don't know if there's fighting. It's more shooting than
I
anything,
never played
honestly.
that. I remember seeing it.
Mr.
There's
Mosquito.
sequels though. There's sequels.
Mr. Mosquito. No. No racing. There's fighting, but it's in a third person sense. Where it's more. Oh. No. I was thinking the Bouncer, but it never came to Nintendo.
The what?
Was it multiplayer?
Yeah, I think so.
Never heard of that one.
It was a launch title for PS2. It was like 4 hours long, I remember. Cool story, bro. Cool story. I don't know what to do. What question are we on?
You have 4 left.
We're
Damn.
4 left. Wow.
Technically 3 in your guess.
Technically 3. Okay, well,
I need another beer, so.
do you wear a hat?
No, don't say that. That doesn't count.
I mean, you could. Yeah.
Does it? Do you want it? Really?
I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of like shooting myself in the foot because I'm like totally stumped. It's not anything. It's a third person fighting game.
No, it's something.
No.
It's not a fighting game.
That's what I mean. It's not a fighting game, but it
There's
is.
like
This is very
fisticuffs
confusing to
in
me.
it.
This is very confusing for me.
Jeez.
I think the third person thing might. I have no other way to answer that, though, so I think don't get caught
Do
up
you?
on that.
Can you drive any sort of vehicle in it?
No. One more question, then you have to guess.
I think it's a brawler of some kind. State of no, because that never came to fucking
GTA.
N64.
No.
What came to N64? That you beat people up.
Or GameCube, maybe? Was GameCube 99?
No.
No, it was
That's
2000.
Yeah, it's
something.
like 2002,
Yeah.
around there. This is pretty early on still.
Yeah, I suppose.
So we're looking at PlayStation N64 era. It's not a 007 game. Shooting, duh.
Yeah, that wasn't on PlayStation either.
Turok, but that's shooting too.
Yeah, and that wasn't on PlayStation.
Shadow Man, that's another good one, but that's a third person. Nothing that
I
I've
don't think that
described.
was, yeah, that was,
Nothing I've described so far has multiplayer. So
yeah, that's true. They all are just campaign based.
I know, but I'm just trying to what's a brawler? 'Cause
Something with
it's a brawler.
They made another something spin-off sequel to it too.
God, no. No.
No white noise.
Okay. I think I have an idea.
Okay.
It's Bust a Move. No, because
Parappa the Rapper.
Oh. Well, third person. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Do you dance in this game?
No.
Damn it.
I mean, sure. Yeah, technically, yes.
Okay, so you dance in it somewhere.
I think it's a rhythm game. Is it a rhythm game?
This is your last. You have to guess that.
Oh, this is the title.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, like a dance dance?
Yeah, I'm thinking DDR. Or no.
Were those on 64?
He
And
said yeah to dance.
What? First person. Those are third person games, though.
Technically, they are. If you think about
an
it.
outline.
I would
button.
never say that as a third person.
I don't know. That's a weird question. Is DDR a third person game? Because technically you're the.
It's a no-person game.
It's a no. Okay, yeah.
Zero person.
So we got to throw a shot in the dark there. Huh?
Yeah, bud.
Gosh,
so.
it's not licensed. Everything I'm thinking is licensed.
Me too. It's easy, isn't it?
I think maybe I should have said franchise, but I don't think so. That's why I told you that off the bat, though. That was a. I don't know, because I don't know what you consider it. So.
Are you pulling a Daryl on us?
What's that?
Are you pulling a Daryl on us?
No, I'm more honest with my questions.
Well, I admit my mistakes.
I know, and I'll never.
They made sequels too. No, they
I'm going to
didn't.
give you
Daryl?
10 seconds to guess. 9,
Thank you.
8, 7, 6.
Can you do it a little quieter, please?
3.
You gonna throw anything in there, Daryl?
I give up.
Give up,
Yeah.
Justin?
Yeah.
What is GoldenEye?
No. I'm going to tell you something, brother.
God damn it.
Okay.
CW Nitro.
Okay, stop right there.
I'm telling you right away.
Wrestling is called sports
Fuck you.
entertainment.
Fuck you, it's not a sport.
I'm
It's not a
with
sport.
Justin.
No.
That is
I'm
not
with
a sports
Justin.
game.
False.
That's not a sports game.
False.
Not a sports game.
False.
We've been had.
False.
No, we haven't been had.
Yes.
Which
I would
game is
never-
this? WCW what?
Nitro.
We
That
have
was a
been
great
took
game.
to the cleaners.
Maybe I did
Unfortunately.
Daryl you then, but I don't consider it a sport. I consider.
Well, I don't consider it a sport, but
Is it a franchise?
remember.
Like
yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, it is a franchise
Yes.
itself, but is
you
it?
Daryled the hell out of us.
No, I didn't. I told you right off the bat the franchise thing threw me, but that's not a sport. It's not sports.
Genres.
It's
Fighting.
Fighting.
I told you there's fighting in it. It wasn't a fighting game though.
Cyberlunch listeners,
As
what
you-
do you think? Did
asked
Jake
you-
fuck us over here?
Whatever. I don't care what you think. So there you go. Just don't be salty because you
Zelda's
missed it.
not an open world game.
Dude, it was only on PlayStation as well. Oh, no, it said ports. I'm sorry. That was a good game, though, man.
Sting
I'm
was my
surprised you
favorite.
picked that over Silent Hill.
Because Silent Hill was too easy.
Too easy? Oh, okay.
This was more specific.
or
But it's
from
not-
the
but wrestling
Pacific.
is not a sport.
Wrestling is a fighting sports entertainment.
No, it's not. Entertainment. It's performance. It's performance art. It's not a sport. There's no scorekeeping. It's just random fucking people winning. For everything.
Eric's gonna get into this.
I know.
He is.
Eric, you know I'm right. It's not a sport. So there it is.
I think
I don't even like
saying
wrestling,
not
and
a-
I think
saying
that's
not
so-
a sport is a cop out answer to saying wrestling is not a sports game.
It's not
Yeah.
a sports game. Hockey, football, baseball, basketball. No,
Yes.
Would you call UFC a sports game?
no.
That's bullshit.
It's a sport.
I mean, I guess if boxing,
call it like the
okay,
Olympic?
yes, because it's real, and so is boxing. I mean, for all that the fixes are about, but
I don't
Wrestling is
see
not
how you
real.
don't call this.
it's
Okay.
not. I mean, it's real.
We're gonna take a
I'm
break.
not gonna argue with you about that.
We're gonna take
But
a
it's
break,
not a real sport.
and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna talk some
You got it.
Mother
Don't worry
effing-
about it.
Fighting
It's okay.
sport.
It's fighting. There's fighting in it. The franchise,
Why? Why?
The franchise is the only one that I was regret. But sports, I'll fight to the death. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, yeah, there's that too. Yeah, there's that too.
All right, we're back. Here we go. This is going to be a long form, weirdo, just notes, starting from chapter to
Thought
chapter.
cloud.
Thought
Phil.
cloud. Thank you, Justin, for the backup. I appreciate that.
You got more stickers on your thing now.
Yeah, I did. Isn't that nice?
It's right all over your thing,
Why not?
your laptop.
What are we doing, Jake?
Talking about Red Dead.
2.
One of the it was on top of all of our lists anyway for Game of the Year. I kind of changed my mind with God of War, but whatever. Still up there, tied at least.
Yeah, I definitely had it in my probably top 2.
I thought it was an amazing game. I know you didn't get into it too much, Daryl. It took you a while, Justin.
It took him longer. I beat it before him.
No, I know, but like just to get into it and be like,
I did it in
I
spurts
was
for sure.
I was sold right away. I was like, "Yep, this is what I wanted." But it did take me by surprise. There was some long, drawn out stuff that I didn't like that much, and the prologue I didn't really even think needed to be there. That we'll be talking about that later. But
Oh, the epilogue, you meant.
or the epilogue, yeah.
Yep.
But visually stunning, written absolutely awesome. It's like a great
any other
Western
Rockstar
movie.
game.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
All right,
much.
so I'm going to dive right into this. You guys ready? Buckle
Cheers.
up.
And this took Daryl a long time. I forced him to play a lot.
Kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
The first thing I wanted to say is this game is all about stopping to smell the roses,
Yes.
taking baths, and debating your own morality.
Yeah,
In a nutshell, this is
And mortality.
pretty much because you can do
that,
what you want.
but that's hand in hand in my eyes. But yeah, this Arthur's, yeah, I'll get into it. Chapter 1, you're out in the cold wilderness. You're trying to find somewhere to go. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but I'm just going to read this here.
Beginning like Hateful Eight.
Yeah. So I let the cousin go in the barn when you play. When they bring back that girl from the cabin Micah burned down, they all meet outside. It's cold. Why wouldn't you just stay in the cabin after they raid that house when they ask for help?
Oh, they came running out.
Yeah. And you killed everybody. Micah seems like the Trevor type to me. Like, just from the get-go, he's like the instigator, the one that's going to get in the
Grand
middle.
Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love
Yeah.
Trevor though. Trevor was awesome.
The music in the first section is way too uplifting for the level of violence that occurred during the train heist. Also, that's one.
So the very first thing, we're spoiling it anyway.
Yeah.
You, as a gang, you rob a train, and there's hostages.
Some of the best parts of the game.
Yeah.
And there's hostages. And Dutch, your leader of your gang, gives you the choice. You can take care of these guys. We're going to go back to camp with the money. You take care of them how you want. You can let them go, and then gives you a choice. You can let them go, or you can kill them. And the very first thing I did was shot every one of them in the face because I wanted to play this game like
So-
that. I was an outlaw.
How would everybody play this game kind of as we're going through this?
Middle of the road. I mean, it depends. Like, if I was getting angsty, I would go on rampages, I
Okay.
suppose. But I actually think I had a good ending.
I ended on the good side.
Okay,
of the-
I did
I
like
think I did too.
100% good. I was like a little like kiss ass cuck.
I tried. I tried my best. After that, I'm just going right to chapter 2 here. When you finally get to camp, you're met with a murder of people to talk to and things to do, and it's downright intimidating.
Well, wait. Let's talk about chapter 1. What were your first impressions when you saw the game when it first started up?
That whole mountain thing, like I was just showing on there,
Yeah.
that the snow stuff, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting to come into a Western game in the middle of the mountains.
That was
And-
quite strange. Go ahead.
And it was long, like that whole prologue kind of
Gorgeous.
chapter
too.
1.
It was just like That's one thing about Rockstar, man. Their games are eye popping. Like you're just like, whoa. Like it's got a different level of polish.
As you see here when they're walking through the snow
Yeah.
and you just see the trails that you leave and like the different depths that the snow goes depending on whether it's your boots on your feet or your coat. It's just
That was
lighting
what.
and everything.
That's why this was at the very beginning, because this is the best technical showpiece other than going to
I
that
agree.
area.
You're probably right.
I don't
It's
know.
just
man.
like, holy shit.
I think the whole game was. I think we just got accustomed to it as you're playing it. You become
Yeah.
accustomed to what you're seeing.
And as you come out of these mountains later in the game, as we'll say, to go back and be like, well, those mountains I see. It's kind of like Skyrim. Like, I can go there.
Yep. And there's still parts even late in the game where I just stopped and was like, whoa. Like I just caught something where it like that looks freaking sick.
Like you
And
said,
it just,
Daryl, stop and smell the roses. It really,
100%.
This, especially this first part of the game. I think you're right. There was kind of like a demo disc kind of trying to get you to check it out. Okay.
Chapter 2. Oh, I said that. It's downright
Okay,
intimidating.
Jake.
Sorry.
You're doing House of Danger.
Yeah. Chapter 2.
Robbing the oil tanker for the train heist. That was pretty crazy. I mean, there's a lot of train heists in this game. It's one
I know,
of like,
and
the
they're
pivotal
awesome.
things. They are awesome, but I also feel like a dick. And I said practically killing everyone in Valentine and Strawberry just to save Micah. That
Yeah.
pissed me off. I was like, this sucks.
But you're a gang though.
I know, but it's just like there was a lot of people murdered,
There's a lot of
and I'm
saving
just like,
people in this
Okay,
game,
here's
too.
here's my question for that.
okay,
It's a Rockstar game, pretty much in the GTA universe, like violent and everything else. What did everybody think they were going into that they're like, why couldn't it be so good? Like what? Like what did you think
Why
you're
can't it
gonna
what?
be? Why can't you be so good and all these other things? And it's like, well, you're an outlaw.
Yeah, it's the Wild
And
West.
yeah, and you're killers. And I mean, like you're in a gang and you've done some effed up shit. Well, that
Yeah.
didn't make sense to mute one of those words and not the other. But anyway, like, what did everybody expect? Everybody complains about how you like had to do bad things, and it's like, well, yeah, and that's what you were. But then it's about the change of the character throughout the game. So then you can change from there. But everybody complains about that first part. That's just kind of weird to me. Just because I just expected. I mean, it's Rockstar. It's going to be you can do whatever.
yeah,
you
I know,
want.
but it's just like there's so many people that it's like the death toll, even for each mission to mission, is at least like 30 to 40 people each time you murder. It's crazy.
I didn't know there was a legendary animals map.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
So
I
after,
got maybe one in the game.
so after you get back to camp, you talk to everybody, blah blah blah, and then the next story mission, or maybe this is like a side story mission, taking John Marston's kid fishing because John's off doing a mission.
Yep.
I
That
thought
was
you
fun.
said you never fished in the game. You have to fish in that one.
Well, I meant like just recreationally, like I'm gonna stop and throw my line in the water. Sure, I'll do
Oh, dude,
that.
there's some fun fishing
I
in that
fished a
game.
lot in that game.
And then there's a part, I didn't really go into much detail, so I apologize to listeners out there, but how John got his scars. There's a mission that kind of goes through
I
that.
didn't mind that.
I think, wasn't it a
That was-
bear?
No, it was like a mountain lion.
Oh,
or
that's
Yeah,
right,
that
in
was-
the cave.
Yeah.
I
And
loved
they
all
gassed
that,
him
like-
out. No, he was out on that ledge. He hid from it out
Oh,
on that ledge,
yeah.
and he was freezing, and he was all messed up.
I loved all that, like, that foreshadow. Well, not foreshadow, but, you know, that kind of stuff that told what happened later on in Red Dead.
It's like how Harrison Ford got his scar. They did it in.
you know, I got these scars.
No, that was a Joker. No,
I actually
in
watched that
Indiana
today.
Jones.
I
Remember,
want
he
to watch
always,
that again.
you know, Harrison Ford has that scar on his chin,
Oh, that's right.
and they did it with what's his name, the kid that died.
Poop.
He was in
Sorry.
the last.
I was talking
Crusade.
about this game.
Phoenix, River Phoenix.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was young Indiana Jones when he was escaping, and that he fell in the train car
Shia
with the
LaBeouf.
lion.
Oh,
He
I
fell in
didn't
the
know
train car
that.
with the lion.
Yeah.
And he grabbed the whip, and he went to whip the lion, and it snapped back and
Oh,
hit him
that's
in the
right.
chin and split his chin open. It's like that's how he got that scar. That's so awesome. That's just a little meta
Pretty
thing.
badass.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, sorry.
I love Indiana Jones.
I do too. Except for Kingdom of Crystal Skull sucked.
Did you guys lasso people much in Red Dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
That was horrible. I felt like a Spartan.
It's great. Just tying them up.
So
Here's a little hack for you with hunting too. Lasso an animal, and then when it's trying to struggle to get free, which it will, it'll break free.
Shoot in the face.
Yep. Pull out your gun, shoot it while it's.
Oh,
in there.
bam!
Yep. Anyway,
that's terrible. After that, Arthur's old love interest comes back asking for favors in a letter.
Ugh.
Mary, you save her brother, and I said yes. You save her brother from a cult and from killing himself. It's
Yep.
like, oh yeah.
That was pretty fun mission though.
I said the parties at night when you came back after that were cool.
Was that
where
like when
everybody's
it was like all over like a big cliff overhang
Yeah.
kind of? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
on the yeah. Parties at night were cool, where you're singing with the gang, and the night sky looked unreal.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
The sky a lot
Especially-
looked unreal.
Especially on an Xbox X with 4K.
I never did that.
Oh, I didn't know you could. There's like a money in a hole in a
I
tree.
just pulled out a note out of it.
Why wouldn't you? You move camps, rounding up some sheep.
that was fun
Yep.
Dutch
in
is
a weird way.
Yeah, Justin.
Dutch is getting reckless at this point, though. And-
Dutch, what are
You
we
can,
doing?
already, you can already see him kind of turn a little
yeah,
bit.
because he went. So you go fishing with him, and that was really awkward, which I put on here.
Do you remember the first time Dutch was like, "You're an idiot" or something like that? He like yelled at you weird when you were like or the train. He's like, "Oh, he called you a moron or something," even though you didn't screw it up. And I was like, "What?" And then he started just getting gradually weirder and weirder and weirder.
And
Great voice acting, by the way.
I say,
Everybody.
oh yeah,
Remind me of Deadwood.
Yes,
for sure.
Reminded me of Tombstone.
No, I'm gonna have to plead my case on this next part here, so hang on. The fishing was really awkward, not the mechanics, just listening to their stories in a good way to flesh out the world and characters, not just the ones I really care about. Honestly, Dutch at that point wasn't really interesting. He was kind of a transparent character. Like
I agree.
you knew what he wanted. He was just like God. He was like, "Hey there, Arthur, let me out." It's just like leave me alone. I'm doing
But
my own thing.
The good thing
Just
about that,
stay away
though,
from me.
is Dutch already felt like things were breaking apart right from the beginning, because it was more about Arthur and what was going on and his reactions to things, and Dutch became like just this talking head. You know,
Well, he was
voice
the leader of the gang.
right? But you already felt that kind of separation from him.
Well, I felt like I was in a cult as Arthur.
Yeah, but you're a gang. What'd you think about the side characters and stuff?
I
in-
love this
in your
whole
band?
like going to camp when I don't want to jump the gun, but I loved the camp. Like I loved going in there and like going through the ledger and like donating like all my like coins and my jewelry and stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
going and eating some stew and having some coffee. And I loved going to camp and talking to everybody.
Like even how he's just sauntering right there. Like I could just watch that. Like it looks so cool, and you notice little touches on how they did the animations and the clothing and the things that you're wearing and the things that you add to yourself. It's just awesome.
Do you have any notes on your under chapter 2 about your bar visit with
Yes, Lenny.
Lenny?
Oh,
Okay.
So
Can we
good.
talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was one of my favorite parts.
I
of the
think we've
game.
touched on that on a previous episode when this came out.
I think
but
we just yelled.
That you, Lenny?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You go to the
What
bar.
are you doing, Lenny?
Yeah, you go to the bar with one of your boys from the gang, and you get wasted, and it
Lit.
goes into first person mode. And
Where
it is,
you-
and
some
you're
of the
just-
funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
So it's like your right stick would like have you move your body, and the left stick would look around where, and normally it's opposite.
Yeah,
so
it
you
turns
feel
around.
drunk trying to
Was
just
it
control
backwards,
it.
too?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was remember when they were like started fighting? There's like a huge bar fight, and the next thing you see, they're all dancing together.
Well,
'cause
like
they're
yeah,
just
yeah,
hammered.
it'd have like
It's-
scenes, and then you'd like black out, and then it'd come to, and there'd be a different scene in the
Yeah.
bar, and then you'd black out, and it'd always be just like somebody getting in a fight or like somebody brandishing a gun,
And then
like
singing
everybody like
together.
hanging out at the piano and singing, and then like somebody like getting the shit kicked out of them, and then everybody coming back and sharing around at the bar, and
Yeah, it was great.
then the part where they got lost. And you have to wander around the bar trying to find Lenny.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
everybody in the bar looks like Lenny, and you have to
Yeah,
talk to like
that's
every
right.
single one of
Yeah.
them.
Lenny, is
Lenny, what are you doing over here?
And then you can walk in on some people banging upstairs.
Yeah,
And they're Lenny, both of them.
so
That's
good.
just good old rock star for
Yep.
you. You know what I mean?
That's like in Grand Theft Auto 5 when you trip with that guy
yeah.
selling weed or whatever. And,
Oh yeah, I
and you go
forgot
to
about
aliens and stuff would start attacking you and stuff. It was great. Yeah,
that. Here it is.
so good. The way it looks when you're drunk too.
I love
it's
getting
just-
drunk in video games, just the way they do it.
it's just like, oh boy. I
They
can't
get as
wait.
drunk and fast as Matt does too. Like you take 2 drinks. And you're
You
just like,
don't drink, you get slumped.
yeah, just rosy cheek, shit faced.
The next note I have here is helping someone on the side of the road gave me a free attachment later on in Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of learned that
Like a weapon attachment?
Yeah.
I got a pistol.
I don't
from
feel
a
like I
guy
ever
that
got
saved.
anything. I just got money or thank you.
I randomly saved a guy out in the woods once from something I can't remember. Somebody's robbing him, and I saw him later in town. And he's like,
The
"Hey, man,
IRA.
go to the gun shop. It's on me or whatever."
Really?
Yeah,
It's
that
like
happened to me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
some
man.
upgraded gun.
Save the wrong guys. I loved all the mountain views in this.
Dude,
It
it was
reminded me
so
of being
good.
in Yosemite.
It's stupid. It's stupid, gorgeous.
It's the craziest thing you'll ever see.
I
If
wanna
you play
go
a video
there.
game, you're gonna just be like, holy
What national
shit.
park does this take place in?
Like Wyoming or Montana or something.
I felt like it was the Appalachians.
I thought they said it was Wyoming. That's what I thought.
Not 100% sure. We
not
should have
sure.
looked that
It's
up.
America.
It is America. Look at that.
It's New Zealand.
Like, that's so cool. Just how the horse is moving too, and they like pay attention to everything. And pooping. The
and
horse is
I'm
always
just letting you
pooping.
know that John's just riding on a horse.
I
and
think
through
that the
woods.
horse
Yeah.
should be
It's literally, we're
nominated.
just
because
watching
no
him
one
ride
can
around.
look at that.
Horse should be nominated for the best video game character of 2018.
Horse.
It's so good.
Horse.
What'd you
Mine
name
was
it?
carrots and apples.
You had carrots and apples. What was yours?
For the
Your horse name.
it was damn it.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, stained.
I think it was Grumpy something.
Grumpy ass.
No. Grumpy old man or something. I can't remember.
Mine was Shrish. CHRISH.
I could look it up. I could pop it in right now and look up
That's what she
it was.
said.
Shrish. She died.
Shrish.
Got hit by a train. Shrish died.
You didn't use a revive on her?
I tried.
Or Cranky. That was his
Cranky?
name. Cranky.
Cranky.
Yeah. Cranky died though.
And then Greg.
I ran him straight off a cliff
Whoa.
by accident. I was busting through the woods as fast as I could go. And this was early. Well, not early, but it was like chapter 2.5. Going through the woods, and all of a sudden it just cleared out, and it was a cliff. And it was just like, woo!
It's like, peace.
Yep, and they were both dead.
I don't want to piss anybody off that is listening to this that has played the game. If I miss anything that's pivotal, I apologize.
Yeah, send
Let
us
us
your,
know then.
Send us what happened to you.
Because I'm on
This
to
is
chapter
just
3.
Daryl's notes and our
And
scraps of memories.
I
so.
have not grinded on this game yet. Like, if I went out in the world, I'm sure there's crazier shit there. I know there's alien stuff and all that other things that
For
they talk
real?
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Easter eggs and whatnot.
UFOs, just like in all their games.
I mean, I suppose. Yeah, they had Sam's
and
Ranch.
there is Easter eggs galore for Undead Nightmare, but we can talk about that later.
Chapter 3.
I have not went out in this world again. I don't think I played it since I beat it at all, except for online a little bit. But I just want to go way away from it and almost forget what happened, and then go back and play the whole thing again. I can't wait.
Well, that will happen with time.
With time.
Time after time.
Time after time.
Chapter 3.
You can run.
Time after time.
Well, it looks like it's Grand Theft Fishing and a nice mock Romeo and Juliet storyline, which I thought was pretty cool. The two families fighting over each other, stealing the moonshine and selling it back, but then serving it for free at the pubs that led to a shootout was a great idea.
It was great.
That was awesome.
Fun shootout too. What'd you guys think of the
Is that the Braithwaites and
The Greys.
the Greys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
The
What did you guys
Capulets
think
and
of
the other ones.
Montagues.
Montagues.
combat? What did you think of the combat?
I thought it was mortal.
Like,
Speaking of, have you guys heard that they want to put Shaggy in the new Mortal Kombat?
Shaggy.
Like from Scooby Doo?
Oh, I heard that. That's just
I guess he's-
rumor bullshit.
Yeah.
I think.
But that's ridiculous.
I don't go there, please. Stay serious. Anyway,
Me or Mortal Kombat?
no, the
Both of us?
combat.
The auto toggle where you can like
What are we
aim
doing?
at people.
Just in general, when you're fighting,
It's not bad.
it's clunky.
It's clunky, but the cover system is
I
decent
don't think
enough.
I use
and-
much combat aside. I use more shooting.
That's what I mean. But you're hiding behind rocks and you're like, taking on gangs. I thought it was great because it's Old West, man. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
be like SWAT weapons, You're using old pistols and old shotguns.
It's,
Sometimes
it's
they miss.
gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked how you
I
had
never
to
need
cock the
trouble.
gun when you were shooting and stuff. And it was... But Deadeye makes it... When you level that
Deadeye's
up,
the shit.
it makes it way too easy.
Oh, man, it's awesome.
I blew through the last part of that game.
bam,
the
bam,
last
bam,
half.
bam, bam, bam.
Kill
I
everybody.
don't think I did any of that. I just played.
Oh, man.
I didn't upgrade.
I leveled that up.
No.
like
What?
Crazy.
Maybe that's why I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. That's strong words.
Oh, wow.
No.
Chapter 2,
I
and he
can't
hates
believe
it.
you just said that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not even past chapter 2 yet.
Chapter 3, but we haven't really talked
I
about
went
it.
to upgrade my bandolier and accessories and heard someone pleading for help, and it was a young teenage boy in Rhodes, trapped in a basement, chained to a bed in a dress.
This Kevin
He's like,
Spacey
"Help me,
thing.
mister!"
Is that the guy where you speak through the little barred
Yeah.
windows and
Yeah,
he's in the bottom
basement.
of the gun or
Yeah.
the gun cellar?
Yeah. I let him go for a long time.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out what to do.
Yeah.
But
I
you
don't- I
did go
don't
back to him?
I don't think I came across this.
Oh, really?
There's a gunsmith in what town is it in? Valentine?
Is that like a Pulp Fiction reference?
I don't know,
Is he like
kind
Gimp
of.
or what?
Do you want to talk about it now? We
Let
don't want
me-
to talk about it later when you
let-
actually.
a little bit. Well, we can talk about it now. I think I have some of my notes, but we'll just breeze through it if I do.
Because I also came back to it. Cause
So basically, you go into the gun shop and you're like, "What's in your basement?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "Get out of here, Mister."
Yeah.
And his like son died or something like that, and he kidnapped the shopkeep help or whatever.
Man, I barely remember.
like chained
that,
him
but-
to a bed and just like
Yeah.
kept him as his.
And he
Was it
had
like a
son.
door in the floor?
No,
think-
it's just like a basement door.
Yeah, like had stairs and everything.
And like you walked in and he'd
Oh, he
sell
was
you
in-
stuff and
he had pajamas on. I thought it was a dress at first, but it was pajamas.
Weird.
the capture or the cap.
And this is just there is that kind of random stuff is
Everywhere.
everywhere
Yeah,
in this
stupid.
game.
Yeah, that was so weird. And then like that's all it was. It never came up again.
So the next mission, I stole 3 horses from the Grays. Grays and Braithwaites are 2 families forever in a feud. And I was expecting a $5,000 payout. Well, no, only got $700 and I'm salty. Lots
Yeah,
of
those
men
guys were
died.
assholes.
And that mission was really hard. That's what I put.
Those dudes, those
and
bookies are horse
and
sellers. Okay.
Arthur is kind of a horrible person with few redeeming qualities. At first, so far to me. I upgraded my volcanic pistols fully and they are badass.
The thing about Arthur though is he admits it. He knows he's a
Yeah.
piece of shit. Like he knows he's just dealing with it though. Like that's the way of the life, but the life is ending now. So now he has to face himself. That's what's great about this game. That's why it's cinematic to me. But the volcanic pistols are awesome, but I like the single
I don't
action.
think I ever used them.
Oh, they're great. Because they're one shot kill. If you get headshots, they're
What was
like-
the name of that
they're like
older guy
flintlock, right?
that was part of your gang that died? I think he died around this time.
He was that cool ass old gunslinger. What the
Yeah.
hell was his name?
Murphy or
Uncle.
No.
no. We'll figure it out later.
Anyway, the volcanic pistols were nice. I had mine were all silver with gold inlay.
Mine were silver with white.
Nice.
Absolutely.
All my pistols had pearl handles on them and everything.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, it was great.
Oh, that's
the
what I
single
meant.
action revolvers were great because you could just rapid fire them. Volcanics, you get 2 shots in each gun and then you reload, and it's like a shotgun reload. Pump shotgun in this game though is the best devastating weapon in the whole game.
Oh, for sure.
Short, long range will blow everybody away in one shot.
I never really used it.
Oh, and you blow
sorry.
limbs off of people like
Ugh.
whoa.
Yeah, that
That
kind of
really
shocked me when I
ramps it
started
up.
like
Yeah.
blowing people apart.
Yeah, I blew a guy's head off the first time. I was just by accident. I just turned around and fired because he was coming at me or whatever, and it was
Or
just
explosives too.
like, yeah. I just sat there for a second, like that was intense.
The next mission, Como Driscoll captured Dutch, Maka, and Arthur. Got tortured, but didn't lose any of my guns or money. That was tight. That's what. Sean died.
How did you get that back, by the way? When it was,
I have no idea. Sean died. That young Irishman.
Yeah,
I like that Irish fellow. R.A.P. Big Sean. You were tight. Jack gets kidnapped by the Braithwaites. Oh, geez. Another kidnapping. Gotta save him.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of saving of your clan in this game.
This shit turns into a goddamn ballroom blitz. The music after you take the house reminds me of the good old spaghetti westerns. The very twangy, like, I can't even.
like
Yeah,
and whistly
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
so
And then
good.
dragging that old woman down the stairs and killing her and all her sons was super brutal.
I don't remember
The
that.
Grays.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that boss lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Grays.
and then like burning the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was Django.
But she did steal
Yeah,
a
but
child.
they're all like they're like freaking like.
She
slave
did
owners
steal
and
Jack
shit.
from your gang.
Yeah.
Let's
Her
see
kids
what
were-
happens.
Her kids were shit.
Dude, those old plantation houses looked like they're fucking sweet though.
when you were
walk
riding up in the trees.
in the yes,
Oh,
yeah, I
so
love
sick.
coming into that house.
literally watching this.
It's like yeah, it's
replays
built
now,
on slave labor, but it's still pretty cool looking.
like even the mud on the wheels right now with the wagons and stuff. And then you go through the water and they're clean, and then it
Yep.
comes out and it starts
that's
building up.
that's
again.
why I always clean my horses, run them through the river a
Yeah.
couple times.
So after that, he was handed off. You fade out. Got to get the kid back still. And here come the Pinkertons. The Pinkertons are after you from the heist that you did in Blackwater.
Based on a real family in
Yeah.
real life, by the way.
Yeah, that's a
That's
real
crazy.
detective agency
Moved
based
into
off-
that old mansion. The dude that shot himself when you walk in and take over the house, he was upstairs.
Oh, you think you're gonna fight him and he just shoots himself?
Yeah.
in the
That was
face.
already in 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes quick. 2 to 3 is fast.
Yeah.
In my book.
Very quick.
Because I liked that first camp, and I felt like that was forever.
Forever.
Dude, the first
21.
chapter is super long, and then it goes. Chapter 2 is super long, and then you hit 3 and 4, and it's like boom, boom.
Yeah.
But I think that was maybe because I started mainlining it then. I wasn't branching off so much. I was fast.
You didn't do the
just
side stories and stuff?
Cinematic running to the next place. which I loved, by the way, because you do get interrupted by missions. And you're just like, oh, I'll stop here.
Well,
You
now
have to, especially if it's like on the side of the road. You're like, well, shit.
Yeah, might as
I don't
well.
know if I'll
now
get
with
it
the
again.
plethora of
Tangents,
tangents.
passionate
Good job.
discussions.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you. We are rolling right into chapter 4.
Did we skip 3?
No, we, were
we
on
just
3
did
right
3.
now.
Saint Denis, mock New Orleans.
Great.
It's pretty big. Reminds me of New Orleans, of course.
Spend too much time there.
I like how it
Made
costs
me
double.
anxious.
I like how it costs double in the city for a drink.
Yeah.
That was pretty
And it
hilarious.
was all dirty.
And Arthur bitches about it. Goddamn.
A Jack the Ripper DLC in that kind of setting would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
But yeah, New Orleans is New Orleans, man. The Bayou.
So then I ended up chasing the Oliver Twist kids around. I'm supposed to meet Dutch.
Dutch.
They stole something.
Doing Dutch.
Still wondering why I couldn't save the boy in the basement in chapter 3, the guy that we were talking about. But I
No.
get to that later. I get to
You
it
did
later.
figure out why we had to come back to it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm eager
Angelo
for that.
Bronte, typical Italian mob boss. I predict by the end of this chapter he gonna die eventually.
The most Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
guy in the
absolutely.
game.
Yeah. Well, he's a
Robbing
mobster.
grave robbers.
I
LOL.
liked
New
how
low.
He talked shit to our faces the whole time, and that tension built where Dutch was like just trying to be polite, but he wanted to kill this guy, and the whole group just like hating this dude. All the shit he'd talk.
Then you get after you go grave rob, which I said was a new low. You go.
That was weird.
That was weird.
You got Jack back from Bronte. He treated Jack better than his family ever could, which is sad. Where he's like,
And that's Arthur Morgan's kid, right?
Did you?
no, that's John Marston's kid.
Or John Marston's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. that's
Don't
what
you
I
get
meant.
the choice to kill Bronte or let him go?
I don't remember. I,
think
didn't
you
have
do,
that.
and I killed him.
Oh, I let him go
Oh,
because
okay. Because I killed him.
the party.
Did-
Did you ever do the party?
Yeah, but it's after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not there yet. Go ahead.
Did you guys change your Arthur Morgan's appearance throughout the game?
Yes.
No.
Constantly.
Really?
I would let my beard grow out and then just try like huge mutton chops and then.
See, that's what I did. I had like a side part, and I'd always try and pomade it.
Yep.
And then I had huge chops, and then just shave it right down
Yep.
the middle.
Either that
And
or
then-
I'd have a huge
and then
goatee.
have maybe sometimes have a curly beard. What'd you have, Daryl?
Oh,
Just mostly just a giant chops.
Just beard?
Yeah, it was disgusting.
late game though. Val Kilmer, Tombstone.
Oh,
Exact look. I had
nice.
the suit, the hat, the flat brim hat, the whole thing.
in the big stash.
It was fucking great. The
So,
white pencil mustache.
This
Anyway,
Bronte guy, he invites you to a party, right? And in my opinion, it was kind of strange and it dragged its feet, but it was cool. So basically, Arthur, Dutch, and Micah, or maybe Bill Williamson.
Bill was that?
Yeah, they all dress up real nice. Hawk score again.
Yeah, OT.
Ah,
course.
bastards. They go to this very swanky high-end party in Saint Denis, which is a big city. So there's a lot of
You got to dress up.
yeah, you got to dress up. Arthur had to get his hair cut. That was part of-
pretty good, Arthur Morgan.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this part of the game, man, was so hard.
Yeah, that's the part I just got done talking about, the grave robbing.
Yeah.
All right, so the party was strange, kind of dragged its feet, in my opinion. I saved a man from choking.
Yep.
Bronte runs his mouth, and you can tell it pisses Dutch off. Dutch is aiming to hit the big city bank.
Dutch.
And there's talks of a high stakes poker tournament. This is my favorite part. That was my favorite part of the game, but I'll get to that. So we already talked about this, so I'll breeze through it. Save the kid in the basement. He was wearing a sailor suit, and the gunsmith kidnapped this dude and made him be his young son. This is my favorite mission. The Steamboat Maverick ripoff mission was my favorite so
stop.
far.
You said you were going to tell me why it took so long to get him out of the basement.
I don't know. I think you had to go do something else.
Oh, okay.
Just in general,
Okay.
perhaps.
That's what I thought. I thought you figured it out.
But the Maverick mission with Trelawney, that was awesome.
the which one?
Where you go on the steamboat and you play poker, but it's all fixed.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty
That
fun.
was my favorite
It's
mission
so
for
great.
sure.
That's Rockstar right there.
Yeah.
It's like it's so awesome.
Well, because it's fun because you know what it is? It's a tutorial to teach you how to play cards in the game.
but it's surrounded by this epic.
But they do it by loading the
well,
deck.
that's not the
and,
first time you play poker, though.
Isn't it?
No, the first time you play poker is when you're going to get one of Von Strauss's people that loan money or whatever, and when you're going to shake down somebody.
Yeah, those are fun.
And they're like,
I liked his
"Where's your
story-
friend? I don't know, but you want to sit down and play poker?"
His storyline was very fun.
I
Yeah.
see. I fucked up in the beginning of the game.
Did you kill him?
That guy on the cliff.
Oh, I killed him.
I did too, and I think I fucked
The
that
guy
up.
on the cliff.
Yeah, the very first guy that you chase, and he almost falls off the cliff, and he's like, "Please help me up." He's like some first guy, one of the first guys you chase, and I killed him. And I was like, I shouldn't have done that because that just took away missions that I probably would have gotten.
That's how I felt you know what I did? I'd see him on the side of the road and I'd stop and I'd try and pull over and stop and I'd run him over in my horse.
Oh yeah.
Or I'd get off my horse and go to aim at them and see what
Shoot
they
'em in
wanted,
the face
and
by accident.
or pull out your gun and they'd be like, ah, and they'd
Yeah.
run away. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'd never see you
I didn't
ever
like
again.
that part, and I didn't like when you had like, say, I was running around with a shotgun and I put my weapons away. When I pull out my weapons, it wasn't a shotgun; it was a freaking pistol. So I had to cycle through my weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
you
was
have
your-
to like pause the game to get to the menu to do that, and it was that's the clunky part I didn't like. But anyway,
Okay.
How's your format working? Are you liking this, Daryl?
No,
Doing okay?
this is doing great. So then after that mission, which was my favorite, I think hands down, went and got you creep into the oil factory to get the papers to incriminate the senator
that was hard.
governing the oil fields.
That was hard.
very hard.
That was really hard.
you have
Kieran
to
was
steal
sent
the
into
wagon?
camp decapitated.
Yeah,
That was fucked up, and his eyes gouged out. I have big
game's
eyes.
brutal, man.
Dude, I have a thing with eyes, too,
It was
man.
them damn O'Driscoll boys. Killed them all. Did some other nonsense with the electric boat, which I met up with Nikolai Tesla.
Did we skip over
Yeah.
the swamp mission? Where you dumped the bodies?
I may have. Let me get a little bit further
Okay.
down the list
Because that
here.
was terrifying.
I loved the swamp.
Yeah. I wish you could just go back free roam through there.
Oh yeah, then he kills Bronte.
Yep.
Yeah, that mission in the swamp, but then he kills Bronte
Yep.
with the alligator.
Yep. Yeah.
That
Yep.
was crazy. Okay, maybe I talk about that. I'm sorry. Let's see. Killed them all. Did some other nonsense. Electric boat. Met Dutch for a robbery, but there was hardly no money, and we killed so many cops.
See, I got
stupid, unnecessary, even being set up.
I got a ton of money out of that mission.
I didn't get nothing.
I got $5,000 out of that.
I think I did, too.
Oh yeah, Dutch drowned Bronte and fed him to the gator. Crying laugh emoji. Very uncomfortable mission for me because it's in the water.
That horse broke.
It
his
was
neck.
pretty weird. Did you guys ever go crawfish hunting?
No.
You can do that.
Yeah, dude, they're tough to find, but there's like big holes. They look, you know, those holes that like earthworms leave.
Yeah.
There's like a hole and they've got like the droppings outside. Looks like that, but bigger, like crawfish size.
Dude,
and
I
you
play-
stick your hand in there and you pull out little blue crawfish. It's
I played
awesome.
this for 73 hours. Thought I played
I found
everything.
one
Never.
in the whole game.
I had no idea that you could do that.
Yeah, it's right around
Wow, that's awesome.
So then, I robbed the bank in Saint Denis.
here. Yeah.
Killed a bunch of Pinkertons.
Yeah.
So fun.
Got
By
on
the
a
way.
boat to the docks where your ship sinks, and you end up in Chapter 5, which is
The worst part of the game.
the worst part of the game. Guarma.
Not the worst, but it most boring.
So here's the skinny. I think I got this down. Are you good on Chapter 4? Anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. Javier, which if you play the game, you know who that is captured, and Dutch uses his last brick of gold for an old woman to guide us to a secret entrance.
Can we set up?
Yeah, set this up.
Okay, go ahead.
You crash.
Yeah, you just robbed a bank in the biggest city in the game.
Yes. You go on a boat. Your boat crash sinks. Blah blah blah. There's
You,
action.
how do you get on the boat illegally? Right, you're like down like in the
Yeah, you're like a
like
stowaway.
stowaway. That's the word I'm
and
looking for.
but you're home free. Like it's going good.
Yeah, you got
And
all the
something
money in the
happens. I
world.
can't remember how you think.
Because the whole thing of this game is they want to take their money and go to Tahiti.
Yeah, and just set up layered lives for the rest of the
You know,
lives.
yeah.
But it just goes one thing goes bad after another, and people do stupid mistakes. But you land on you like wash up shore on in Cuba, right?
Yeah, it's basically an island of Cuba.
And it's like a 2 to 3 hour portion of the game that
It's
it felt like a
pretty long.
filler. It just felt like filler.
Felt like
You
it should have
didn't
been a
really
mission.
Yeah, but it was just weird. It was a lot of story though.
There's
it
way
was
too much
story.
assets for it to just be a mission, though.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird. It was just
So yeah,
strange.
basically you land it and it's kind of like a colony and it's in a Caribbean island and you're a stowaway
and the military's after you because they know
and
who
you take
are.
up arms with the rebels.
Yes.
Thank you.
Which was weird. It was just like, why would you help people if you're gangsters? You would try to take advantage of this and then whatever. But you actually, it was
But you're
like
trying to get off the damn
But
island.
one of your guys got captured, which is Javier,
Yeah, that's true.
and Dutch used his last brick of gold for an old woman to guide him to a
because
secret
it all
entrance.
sank, right? And
Yep.
the boat sank.
Yep.
Yep.
That sucked. I remember being like,
But-
really?
But Dutch paid that last bar of gold to get his guy back. Like that's still why Dutch was.
That's
such
why
a
you
great
didn't hate
character.
Dutch the whole
At that
because he
point.
kept doing
Yeah.
shit like that.
Before you get to enter, the old woman pulls a knife on Dutch and ordered him to pay more. Dutch held the woman up by her neck and killed her. Arthur is starting
That was
to turn
kinda
against
crazy.
him. Judging from the last game, we know he won't kill Dutch, but we will fight him. That's what I said at the time. I predict Arthur Morgan will die, and end of game you will be carrying on as John Marsden, ? You never see Arthur in the first
It
game.
took you till chapter 3 to think that?
Yeah.
Really?
This is what I have, like, note for note.
I
while I'm
knew
playing.
that like right
Dude,
away.
Marsden got straight up murdered in the end of the first game.
Oh yeah,
Spoilers.
I knew Arthur was a goner the moment
something bad was going to
before
happen.
this game came out.
So then we go in, we save Javier from torture
Is
and
that
blew.
Childish Gambino?
We saved Javier from torture and blew up a sugarcane production building. In the process,
It was
about
fun.
50 men from the Guarma militia died.
Jungle looked sick when you were walking through the jungle.
jungle
though.
did look
It was
sick.
nice.
Welcome to the jungle.
Went to the only side mission available and was greeted with a body hanging by the neck. Then I got hit with a poison dart
Just where
and
I was
passed
before
out.
this commercial came up.
Predator.
Straight up.
See? Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So cool. Old West. Just craziness.
I was captured, beaten, escaped with Leon and Hercule. There is a boat arranged to get back to America, but Fusar and Hercule are feuding, and you find yourself in the middle of a war on this island. Somebody else's war.
Yeah, it's basically rebels versus military.
This felt like maybe a setup for like I thought it was going to be like Max Payne kind of multiplayer right here. Like this is what the setting was going to be in the city or whatever. But it just felt like a weird side story set piece for no reason.
I liked the part of it, but yeah, it felt
Just felt weird. It felt out of place.
Displaced.
Yeah, exactly.
The crescendo of this mission is the dictator of the island has ample money and men and launch an attack on Hercule, and he needs
ample money and men.
he needs your help defending the fortress. I found this mission very thrilling and cinematic. It was very easy, but I'd rather not it be too frustrating.
It was great.
Nothing stopped me from sinking the ship really, and I just put the cursor on the boat and pulled the trigger.
Well, what'd you want to do?
I don't know. Now it looks
Do you want
like
to do a mini game or something?
now it looks like we got a boat home. This is a cool tangent. I enjoyed it personally.
I
That's
love
what
that
said.
storm in the beach scene.
And then I
yeah.
said, never mind. Fusar captured the captain for the getaway ship. Now we got to go free that dude too. I'm noticing a pattern for mission types. LOL.
This is when Daryl was salty at the game.
Killed a whole lot of people. And now I am in a standoff with Fusar and his son. Cool surprise. Let's see how many times I die. None. I kicked the captain with the rifle. He shot Fusar's son, and Fusar jumped out the window like a Cape Crusader. LOL. Random.
I'm starting to notice that you free range think like you text, where it's just like thought. Oh, going back, edit, thought, edit, thought.
Yeah, I know. I'm really weird. So at the end of the day, we made it back to America, stole a horse, and rode to Shady Bell, the last place where the camp was set up. And Unshaken, we are stand
So good.
unshaken.
So good.
I mean, it starts raining right after that mission
And it
when you
played
get
like
back.
the whole song, didn't it?
Yeah.
Dude,
That was a little
rain
weird.
At night with a clear moon, like a full moon, clear sky, with the light going through the raindrops through your screen, you're just like, you catch moments of that. Like that just reminds me of that music when it started thunderstorm and it started just that.
That's the kind of
storm
stuff that-
coming. It was so great,
It kind of immersed you.
so great.
And
The
I'm
soundtrack to this
shaking.
game is ridiculous. Very sparsely.
Yeah, they didn't
used.
use it that often.
Parsley.
But that's when it hit like that. But that whole travel though, when they was singing that song, was way too long. I was like, come on.
So
come on,
you
come on.
you go back to the house that you were at before you did the last bank heist near Saint Denis. While searching the house you were met by Pinkertons, let's see how this plays out. I killed them all, found the letter, and met the rest of the gang. And just as we were catching up, the Pinkertons are outside trying to arrest us again. And then it
Yeah.
goes into chapter 6.
You know what's funny is
You meet up with like Sadie and everybody near the swamps.
What's funny is you're reading the notes and Justin is finding those spots in the game while he's going through YouTube. It's great.
I'm trying.
No, it's
Daryl's
great.
going very fast.
Yeah, but we're getting it. I was like, oh yeah. But see, this is like literally for me, this is like 60 hours in.
I think so,
probably.
yeah.
I know
At this point.
how fast we go through this and how fast it seems like we're talking about it. It is hours, days of gameplay for me at least.
Yeah, man.
Because I did this in sittings, like Daryl. I kind of like 2, 3, maybe 4 hour sittings.
I'm going to have to look up and see how many hours I had.
I would be interested in. I'm sure Jake has the most.
I think I have 100 something in the game.
Got a lot of hours, Dutch.
Got a lot of hours, Dutch.
So
Here we go.
chapter 5.
No, chapter
Any
6.
last comments about Guarma?
I didn't really like it. I thought it dragged on. I was just like,
Did you
man.
like the storming the beach,
Yeah,
the artillery, and
the
that
end
was
battle,
like
everything was great.
I
But
knew I was gonna get through, but it's like holy shit,
it
this
was
is crazy.
just like even when you were walking at first, when you first woke up off the beach, and it's just like 3 minutes of a slog of you just like
That shit
stumbling.
gives me a panic attack.
It was
sometimes.
exhausting.
Yeah.
But at this point in the game, like you're just. But
like, why?
Like I just said though, I was 60 hours in, and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, like you're just like,
You
wow,
kinda
this is
think-
really long.
Yeah, you kind of think you're approaching the end, and you go to a different
Not even
island.
close. You got like another 30 hours, bud. You know, it's really weird, but it's so good though because you don't want to skip it. That's why it's a slog because you want to watch the whole thing and see what happens. I don't want to skip anything. Hit A to skip or whatever. I'm not going to do that.
So chapter 6 starts and John Marston gets captured. So you and Sadie come up with this crazy plan. He's on this island off the
Sadie's
coast.
that crazy redhead, right?
Yeah.
Sadie's awesome.
And she's the one that you meet from the very beginning. Because she was held captured or whatever. And
She
she
helped
joined
you
your
like
gang.
rob a bank or something. Then she kept bugging you, right?
Yeah.
It all
To
came
come
to
out and-
nothing though because she was kind of a throwaway character in the end. But anyway,
Not in the epilogue.
Not in the epilogue.
Did you play the epilogue?
yeah,
Yeah, you did bounty hunting with her.
It was yes,
Yeah.
But it was just story stuff. It wasn't like
We'll get there when we get
should
there.
have been able to play as her instead of Mars.
I don't know where
like
this
that.
applies, but I said at the beginning of chapter 6, I killed them all with a Gatling gun.
1 second.
Gatling.
Gatlin.
It's old Gatling gun. Look at that, just right there, those trees.
Oh, I think we tried to rob a bank or rob a train.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, and then surveyed the island in a hot air balloon just to plan
Oh.
John's escape without Dutch's approval. Found out
Oh yeah, because
Arthur
he
has,
was on he was imprisoned on like a workforce island, right?
yeah. Found out Arthur has
Did you just snap
tuberculosis.
at- Did you just snap at me?
No.
He's really taken.
No, but this is so at that point, after that mission you survey to get John back, you
Look at how beautiful it looks.
you find out that that Arthur contracted tuberculosis from I believe a guy that he
That's
shook
right.
down,
And that's when
one
the
of the first
game-
guys.
Immediately is when I dressed him as Val Kilmer.
That's I don't know. I feel like when I heard about that and he started coughing, and then didn't you like get like less health or like couldn't run or
There was something with
you
it.
couldn't heal as fast? And I'm like, oh,
You can get that
Fuck.
medicine to extend it, but it's like a special mission.
Yeah.
That you have to pass the right way.
and you have to sleep like every day. I think
It
once
was
he's
the,
sick.
the Indian village people
That's right.
that helped you
Yeah,
out. with
once he
that.
got that TB, man, I was like,
as soon as he
I
started
know
coughing,
he's dead.
He was smoking a cigarette and would cough while he was talking. I'm like, oh,
and he's
that's
just always red.
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that was sad, Daryl. Why'd you bring that up?
Well, it's part of the game,
Needless
man.
to say, Arthur doesn't have much time now, and he realizes it. So you go back in the hot air balloon, and you save John with Sadie and on Sisika Island. And then you kill Cornwall, the one who was funding the Pinkertons. Like Dutch made another horrible decision and killed that guy.
Was he in? He wasn't in the first one, right? Red Dead.
I don't know. I never
like I
finished the first one, honestly.
No, I don't think he was.
Excuse me. Why doesn't Arthur tell anybody he's ill? I thought that was kind of like
He's
weird.
a strong,
and like,
independent man. Like
That's
he's got to
just-
be strong.
Yeah,
He's
dude, that's
second
just
in
how Wild
command,
West
pretty
guys
much.
are. You aren't looking for any empathy, any sympathy.
He started out the game second in command. He was like Dutch's dude.
He's like Dutch's son almost.
right, right.
Like his heir.
Dutch was his father.
his hair.
He basically
Yeah,
raised
he
him.
raised him.
And they were, they were close. But then he was trying, when Dutch started going weird, he still had to be loyal to Dutch. He was trying not to be too crazy. He was trying to talk him out of
You
stuff.
can tell Arthur's struggle with that throughout the
right.
game.
He doesn't want anything bad to happen to Dutch. This part was sick too. Look at that conveyor belt. Just like the way the coal's coming down through the sun. Oh, and all the dust flying off of stuff when you're shooting.
so now,
So good.
I love those final kill shots,
Yes.
slow mo cams.
great.
That was awesome.
So great.
now I am helping save horses for the Native Americans and starting a war in the process.
Yeah, that
And
was a
trying
bad
to
move
create
from the
enough
beginning.
distraction that the gang does one more heist and flee to New York? Stole the boat with the horses on it and crashed it on land. Now back in Saint Denis. Colm O'Driscoll's dead. Actually, really like that mission. It was very arcadey, where Colm was gonna get hanged. Hung.
Was that already in 6?
Yep.
I liked that. And you walked to the town square with it was Sadie and Dutch.
And Dutch, and you kill his guys that are supposed
You're
to
up on
save
the
him.
roof.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he waves at him,
Yeah.
and the
'Cause he-
Colm's like shit.
Cause Colm's like, yeah, he thought he was gonna get off. 'Cause
They're
he had, like,
pretty
4
much
guys
the
there.
rival gang.
Yeah.
And then you snipe,
was a fun
You
mission.
snipe everybody
That's
from the
when you
rooftop.
stopped the guys from freeing him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was so good. You're like,
Yeah.
just like fucking
It
revenge,
was kind of, even though
motherfucker.
Colm sucked, it was like, holy shit. Like, I can't
That's
believe people
cold.
would go and
Cold.
watch somebody get hung. Like, oh,
Dude.
there's a hanging today. Let's
they
go
ma-
bring the kids.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, this day, if they made public executions a thing, there would be crowds.
Oh,
of
there'd be people
motherfuckers
there.
going there,
But that'd be sick, dude. Ick. Like, hanging. Ick.
feet all freaking.
Yeah, just watching somebody's
Welcome
eyes
to the
rolls in
horror
back of
cast.
their- Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, moving on to something more lighthearted.
Did you get a lot of Last of Us vibes from this when you were out in the open world?
Oh, for sure.
So good.
How so?
The way it looked, green, how green everything was, and how brutal things were, and it was like grimy.
It was very raw.
very rough. Yeah, right. But it was brutal. Like even just riding past a random stranger and shooting him, most times doesn't just go down quietly. It's like it's hard to be a part of that. It's really weird. I think that's a testament to how good the game is. It makes you like
It's like when you kill a
tough.
horse. It
Yeah.
makes you feel like horrible.
Oh no, I'd shoot people's horses all the time, man. In combat, shoot the
That's
horse
why
right
you
in the face.
were an evil person. It hit your meter, man.
Hey man, it drops that horse and the guy gets hurt when he falls down, and you just boom, pink. Anyway,
Jake's out there making glue.
hey man, I was a black hat in this game.
Mary wrote you a goodbye letter. You gave it
Mary.
at camp.
I didn't care
Next
about
thing.
any of that really. Did you?
No, not at all. The Braithwaite girl wrote you a letter for help.
Help quotes.
Yeah.
I didn't like that
and I said,
storyline.
how about no?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I did not
I
help
think
her.
I did that actually.
I help no one I see. I never clean my gun. I'm on my second horse, and he's not the fastest, but he does just fine.
Which one was that?
Clean my gun all the time.
Which horse was that, do you think?
It was just a brown
It
horse.
wasn't Shrish?
No, Trish died long time ago.
Shrish didn't even make it to chapter 6?
No.
Was it
Cranky,
Oh,
Cranky Pants. That was
Cranky
the name of
Pants.
my horse.
Cranky Pants?
Cranky Pants.
Senor Cranky Van.
Just popped into my head.
I like that a lot.
I don't know
That's
why.
really awesome.
Cranky Pants. Yep.
I've been rolling without a hat for the last 10 hours, so tired
Why?
of picking
I
them
hated
up.
that. Look, I like that it gets shot off and then you can go pick it up.
Same.
But every 30 fucking seconds doesn't need to get shot off my head. I go pick it up and some dude comes around the corner and shoots it right back off my head.
No,
all of a
seriously,
sudden-
that's what I said.
And all of
'cause
a
That's
sudden,
why I'm like, I'm done,
a half
dude.
hour later, I'm like, my
I
guy
am
doesn't
done.
look as cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, because my hat's across the goddamn map.
That's when I
So
started
then-
putting pomade in, I think.
Yes, and then I have to go just kill a guy and take his random hat until I can go back to the store and put the hat back on that I wanted in the first place.
That's how you get free hats unlocked in the store,
I
though.
hated it though. I mean, it was cool randomly. Like every once in a while, it'd be cool. But it literally, if you had a hat and you went into battle, the first guy you were shooting at was going to shoot your hat off.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And there was no clear, real good marker unless it was like like you marked that hat to be your hat. But they would have a little icon on the map if you dropped that, and it would
So
stay
I,
there.
I think at a certain mission, you had to go steal a bunch of dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go and plant that dynamite on the railroad track bridge with
Yes.
John Marston, and you blow that shit up.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm actually ahead of you right
Can
now.
I
No,
ask
that's
a
fine.
question real quick? Are we up to the part where you did the heist at night on the train when you're standing on top of that blocked track and the light comes around with the train and they have to stop? Is that late? Is that a later Robert?
That's what you do, because then you have to. The train is coming at you, and you have to like go away. I don't know what the hell.
No, this is when you set an ambush for the train and like block the train and you.
Is that when you blow up the bridge?
No, this is later. It's at night, and you're standing on top of the blockade as the train like slowly stops, and it's just a light that shines over you. You have your bandana on and everything else. Anyway, that was my favorite mission of the game. It was a nighttime
remember
train
that.
robbery where you
I
block
feel
the
like that
tracks.
we probably passed that.
No, I think that's when
Yeah,
you
we may have,
You stole
yeah.
the oil
Oh, yeah,
truck and
I
blocked
think
the
so.
tracks. And
Yeah.
it was at night, and the train came around the bend, and you're standing up on top of that thing with your rifle, and they slow down and stop at night, and the light is just shining past you, and you have your bandana on. I was just like, that is sick. It
As useless as it was, I did like having the bandana on.
was great.
Next, we met with Eagle Flies to tar and feather the military on the road.
All great missions, by the way.
Go ahead.
Now, is this the mission? I just noticed I was watching a replay here. Is this the mission where?
The Gatling gun I was talking about.
Yeah, is this the mission where Marston falls off the train?
I think so.
Because I thought I saw that. Because that's kind of a pivotal storyline that maybe you didn't notice in your notes.
No,
but that we come
I
back
didn't.
to you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I think it is.
I just said something about a Gatling gun.
Because there's
I'm
a
very
part in this-
basic. I'm a basic bitch.
Because there's a part in this storyline where John Marston falls off
Look at it, his head exploded.
Ugh.
this train that we're on, and he's captured by Pinkertons.
Yep.
And instead of saving him, Dutch decides to leave him there, and that
That's
kind of
right.
comes back to that a few different times throughout the game.
Yeah, you can't believe that he actually left a guy behind.
And I didn't really think about it then, and I noticed it didn't come up. So I saw it just kind of here, not remembering it. But in retrospect, that's a big part kind of in the game, and you don't really notice it when it happens. But yeah, I like this mission. This was a fun mission.
That's all good.
I
All
loved
of them
any
are
of these
great.
train missions. They were awesome.
Dude, anytime it made you, it came into this kind of thing in this game, it was epic. It's all the filler in between that you need to be able to survive with this game. If it gets you, it gets you. I can understand why it would. I know why it was hard for Daryl. But you took such detailed notes. I remember you texting me like 30 pages of stuff. I'm like, oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's not even that detailed, honestly. This is just like skimming the surface of this game. So I
Yeah,
guess
no, we're not even doing it
It's
justice.
like a college class in this game.
I suppose.
There should be.
So Dutch is now using the Native Americans in order to create a distraction to make the escape upriver.
He's not using them. He's
Well,
helping them.
let's just say that good old
Yeah.
Dutch.
Okay.
He's helping them. They were going to do it anyway.
Let's just say that Dutch's plan went south.
Like down south.
Yeah, because
Do you have a
they
little
wanted to
note
go
that says
upriver. Yeah, it's there.
Cue laughter.
With the military creating an ambush, Dutch and Arthur narrowly escape jumping off a cliff. Remember they get cornered at the cliff?
Dude, that was nuts.
Just turn yourselves in.
You need to give that more tension than
we
you
can't
did.
do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, meh, meh.
Because, yeah, I mean, there was like a whole... Oh, jeez. I'm trying to pull it up, but freaking YouTube, you know, how much money do you really need to make YouTube?
Just be like Wikipedia.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah, if YouTube did the Wikipedia thing where they asked people for donations, they'd make way much more than Wikipedia would make.
I don't know.
But they got to
'cause
make
Wikipedia-
all of the money, like Jake said.
I think
And they got
Wikipedia
to
is
make you
thinking
do
about
it. I haven't even
something.
been watching this full video. I've been skipping around, but because I skip around, it's like,
You know what?
Just take a breath, for Christ's
you know
sake,
what YouTube
Jesus.
should do? Is
Trying
they
to
should
feel
go
nice.
through their archives because they know everything about everybody, and they should take out the people that they should take people that have like 500 viewers, like that dude that we were watching streaming with like Cobra's attacks, and like put them on. You know, when you first boot up YouTube and it puts all the videos in front of you what you should watch, put them up there. Put up a dude that has like 73 loyal viewers or some shit. Like they should do that and be like the indie YouTube or something like that. I think that's-
IndieTube.
Yeah,
It's a
IndieTube.
hipster tube.
IndieTube.
I can't find it, but yeah, basically
fine.
you get cornered on the edge of a Grand Canyon and you have to jump into the river.
Yep.
Was
Yes.
it Pinkertons or was it Feds?
No, it was the feds.
That's Feds, yeah. That was a
That was awesome. And it was just you and Dutch.
Yeah, you and Dutch.
And it's
jump
like, I
off.
remember kind of at that game, like I didn't trust Dutch. And the fact that I was in this situation with Dutch where like your life is on the line.
Sucked.
And it's like, I was like, damn it, man.
Yeah.
But that whole scene where you got to like back up, like you said, Daryl, to the edge. I remember the first time I died because I didn't know what I had to do. I just got shot.
I did too.
And then I'm like, oh, you got to back up slowly. And then you ride those whole rapids. That
was
was
awesome.
freaking awesome. Dude.
beautiful. Looked great.
Super beautiful.
The water in that was nuts. I was trying to find that, but YouTube
so
sucks.
somehow we made it back to camp. Dutch and I.
Dutch.
As you always do.
Sadie wants your help and revenge. I agreed to help her. Fuck it. If I'm Arthur Morgan, I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah, you got the TB.
Yeah, I got that TB. And let's
I
just
got
say,
the consumption.
let's just say I kept it short and sweet by saying Sadie got her revenge. You go into a ranch. Go ahead.
If I have to pee, do we take a break or do you guys?
Yeah,
keep
we're drinking a
going?
lot of
'Cause
light beer here.
I kind of don't want to miss anything.
That's all right. We're
Break real quick.
yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're back. Welcome. Okay, I think where we left off is, let's see. Sadie got her revenge, so that was tight.
Which was
Which was what?
what was your revenge?
2 + 2. She killed everybody. Oh yeah, she killed everybody at this ranch that killed. I don't know what they did to her, but they did something real bad and killed her husband. So she was out for revenge. She got
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Arthur helped her with that. I said, why not? And then
Satisfying
let's see.
revenge.
For her, apparently, yeah. Killed everyone for Rain's fall for taking the peace pipe. You
You don't do that.
well, What do you mean?
Take a peace pipe.
No, you don't take it.
No, you shouldn't do that, man.
I'm just saying. So you meet up with Rainsfall behind Dutch's back, and Rainsfall is the only one that you actually like open up to, I believe. The older guy, the older
'Cause you know
Native
you're
American.
dying at this
yeah,
point.
and
Yep.
he's that was the first time like Arthur's like, yeah, I'm in for it real bad. And
It's
he's
sad,
like,
man.
And I know, and he's like, I'm gonna bring you to my sacred place. And Rainsfall shows up to his sacred place, and the militia like burnt it down and like tore it to shit, and then took his like sacred peace pipe. So then you go down into like this little camp, and then you have to like do some stealth, and then I got spotted, and I ended up having to kill everybody, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "Did anyone get hurt after you retrieved the peace pipe?" And I was like, "Yeah, a few people."
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me of Sling Blade too. I love you, boy.
At first, I didn't.
Gonna have some French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm.
I got that a lot at first, and then after a while, I just liked it. I thought he was great.
And then I liked how Rainsfall was also like picking herbs for you to like try to help you too.
Mm-hmm.
He was legit, and he just wanted peace in between the militia and the Native Americans. But at the same time, like your leader of your gang is the one perpetuating
Yep.
that animosity between those two parties, which I feel is like you're like the best intentions are a pathway to hell or something like that. There's a saying out there like that's exactly what Arthur was doing. Like he had
road
good
to hell
intentions.
is paved
with good intentions. Yeah.
Yes.
You saved Captain Monroe, that younger captain, obviously, underneath. I can't remember his name. He's one of the guys that betrays. He's gonna overthrow something.
He's an army guy.
Yeah, he's the colonel.
He's one of the Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna betray. Anyways, let's see. You killed everyone for Rainsfall. Yeah, did that. Say goodbye to Trelawney, which he was
Yep.
kind of a creepy character that he showed up in and out. And I know that there's like creepy pastas about this guy, which is super weird. Saying like, I don't know, he's always around.
Did you talk about Von Strauss getting kicked out because he was a Nazi?
Oh
The
yeah.
cat?
Oh, I
remember
didn't. I
that.
didn't know that.
Or you didn't do that mission?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you complete all the bounties for him, you find out like he's like a on the loose Nazi or something. So you confront him about it in
Yeah,
camp
kick
and
him
like
out of the
kick
camp.
his ass out.
Say if you ever see him again, to kill him.
Yeah.
Did we go over the fact of one of your buddies in the gang getting shot in the fucking face?
Who's that?
Remember that cutscene when you're like, people attack you or whatever, and they show up close? Oh, that was it, young guy, the young Irish guy that we
Yeah,
talked about.
yeah, we talked about that.
I didn't. we
That
didn't
was
talk
brutal,
about how
though.
graphic it was. We're like, holy, like blew half his face off. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right. We move right on. Helped Eagle Flies, then saved Arthur's life, and Eagle Flies
For like
died.
what? The third time you save Arthur's
Yeah,
life
I
in
think
this
so.
game?
Dutch got
Or-
his bond and then betrays you, then lies about it. Mm-hmm. Where he betrays you by you get this bond from the oil station where you went to go. God, I can't think of the word, but it was an earlier mission where you're in the oil factory.
That's when you steal that.
Refinery?
The refinery.
The
Thank
wagon
you.
for the train heist.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you go back
Hardest
there to
mission in the game.
Exactly. You go back there to grab a bond, and then you're ambushed, and a guy's on top of you with a knife, and you're doing the typical thing where you're
Dude.
tapping, and then you look at Dutch, and he's like, "Dutch, help me!" And Dutch runs away.
Yeah.
And then he lies about it. It's like, okay, fuck you for sure.
Yeah.
Then like now it's on. Like I don't
There's
know.
stages to Dutch's like demise and the way he kind of just betrays you and other people in this game.
He lies about it, and then everybody's like, "What's wrong with you, Arthur? Why aren't you?"
Yeah, nobody ever fucking believes
No,
you.
No.
It's like I can't believe you're talking like that, and it's just
Because
like
of Micah and all his influence on Dutch and everything
Fuck
else.
Micah, man. I wish you could just shoot him in the face in the first.
And guess
of the game.
what? Big surprise, and maybe this is the one at night that you were talking about. Another train heist. Abigail's captured, and Dutch chooses the money over saving her. Abigail is
Shocker.
John Marston's wife.
That's right.
Yep. And tells Arthur John is dead.
Because he had fallen off that train.
Lying
right?
mother.
Yeah.
Sadie and Arthur go to rescue Abigail. That
Another
was
rescue mission, kid.
Another rescue mission,
A
yeah.
lot of this game is rescue people from the game.
Well, guess what? Sadie gets caught in the attempt. Then Abigail kills Milton, the leader of the Pinkertons.
Pinkertons.
The leader of the Pinkertons. I found it really weird that I don't know. Maybe I'm haven't played enough of the game.
Oh God,
But
that's weird.
I never went back to Blackwater. Can you?
Yeah, I think.
I think you can. It's just it's like
I think
you're
I feel like I did
automatically
in the epilogue.
wanted right away. I think as soon as you go back there, it's just like cops everywhere all the time.
I think as Marston you can though.
Yeah, Marsden you can.
Horse
Horse
death. Another
horse
one.
death.
Mm.
Was
That-
that Shrish Zing? The horse?
Yeah. Shrish.
Shrish. Yeah,
Dutch
that's
is a
what it was.
bitch and chooses Micah. Micah shoots one of his own. That old woman, the one that's kind of like the mom to everybody,
Yep.
shoots her right in camp.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Like, why
yeah,
not?
she tends like all the girls. She's like the house mom.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
That's right. Miss Cremshaw?
She didn't give him no choice though.
Was it Miss Cremshaw? Cremshaw?
Yeah. Scrimshaw.
Shrimp? Miss Shrimp?
Shrimp.
Shrimp?
Scrim.
No.
Crenshaw, I think.
Yeah, I think
Not-
so.
To be honest.
No. So, now we're kind of rounding down out of this game, honestly.
You can tell things are kind of winding to an end.
You choose to help John fight instead of go back for the money in the cave.
See, that's the one choice I'm going to do the other way when I
What's
play
that?
through the second time. I'm going to go for the money.
You chose John as bad as you were in the game?
Yep. I chose.
So we all
I
chose
told you
to help John?
I ended up good though at the end. So like I did some weird
okay.
shit in the beginning, but 70 hours into the game, you're like, you
So
know,
basically, the game chooses which, at this point, you choose a path, right?
yeah,
And you either choose the money, Lebowski, or you choose
your buddy.
to choose John Marston, which obviously, because John Marston, or he comes back in this.
Even
The
when I
sequel,
did it, I was
prequel.
like, I should have went the other way because I know how this goes. Like I should
Yeah.
have just been like, just to see.
Then you
But
get.
he
Go ahead.
obviously, you know, he has tuberculosis, so he's not gonna be able to spend the money.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm gonna.
But I wanted to see like what kind of.
So you know, either choice, it doesn't matter. So I kind of wonder.
Yeah, I know. Well, it does matter because there's different endings
Okay.
on this on the last cutscene before the prologue or epilogue.
Epilogue.
I got in a fist fight with Micah. That was pretty epic.
Epnic.
Sorry, it's been a long. It's been a long week.
Hersker?
It reminded me of the Revenant without like knives,
Yeah, man.
where they're just beating the shit out of each other.
It's
Like,
just brutal and raw.
and I said, unfortunately, no one was killed.
I didn't like that movie, by the way.
Oh, that movie's the shit.
Ugh.
I disagree.
I spoke
Tom
too
Hardy was
soon.
awesome.
Arthur does. Very anticlimactic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just Arthur's ending for his story.
You know, when I got to the epilogue, I had to go back because I didn't even realize Arthur died.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, did Arthur die?
It was sad though. Like I really was like, damn, that's a bummer, man. It was like an old Clint Eastwood, like Unforgiven. Like you just felt bad for that dude
Like
the
an
whole
end of
time.
an era, kinda.
Yeah, and he just when he passed away, you're just like, man, it's like yeah,
Even though you knew it was coming.
it's like when John Wayne died.
And now at this point in the game,
John
not only
Wayne's
is
dead.
this point in the game, you have another 30 hours to
no,
go.
but obviously Dutch is still alive, and Micah still is
Yeah.
too. So you're like, well,
They run away
fuck.
like bitches.
You know, there's still something left.
So Epilogue 1, several years later, John, Abigail, and Jack try to find honest work in Strawberry.
Starts up with John Marston.
It felt like the epilogue of Red Dead 1,
yeah,
where it's just like, oh, you beat the game, now you just get to tend
Just-
ranch.
you were his kid for a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah, except you were his kid in the first one, yeah.
Yeah, you hit the reset button.
Yep. You meet up with
But
your
I
wife and
kind
your
of
kid finally.
See, when I was in camp, I liked tending camp. I would always go bring the hay to the horses. I would chop wood. I would, what was the other one?
I gave money, and they motherfuckers would go through money like it was going out of style.
I know, and everybody else is like, oh, here, 2 cents and a pine cone.
Here's a chicken bone.
yeah. It's like,
yeah.
okay, I give you a gold ingot. Come on, man.
I gave my camp $12,000 and went out on one mission and came back, and those motherfuckers were broke.
Well, and I wish you could have had more camp upgrades, because once you left that initial one, you really couldn't use anymore.
You need the ammo, the health, and then upgrade the two.
Yeah,
main
and that's
tents.
it. But
That's
like
it.
in terms of like everybody's like quarters and stuff, you went to the house, the plantation house you talked about.
If you're playing through it though, upgrade Dutch's tent first. That's a little tip.
It's expensive though.
Yep,
Why? What
but
do you
save
get?
up for it.
I think it did that
It
last.
opens up ammo and health before you have to upgrade it. So you don't.
Oh,
it gives you like
okay,
a step
okay.
advantage because and the camp. What do you call it? Like joy. What is that?
Oh,
Kingdom Hearts.
Like the heart.
Camp.
No, but I like
Camp
tending
Joy
camp.
look.
So I like doing the farming missions. I milk the cow and tend the fence.
Do you
So
ever
let
walk
me-
your
here's-
horse when you're just walking around on the field? You can get off your horse and lead your horse. You know that.
Yep.
And you can just walk, and the full moon shining through the grass, just blowing in the breeze. Give me a break.
And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, it is my conclusion that I lost interest because Resident Evil came out. I looked up spoilers, and yes, I'm a fake ass gamer. IDG.
Yeah, you suck.
Dude, you did more.
Sit
than
your
I
ass
thought
down. Me and Jake will finish.
I thought you did more than I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah, you were really disinterested.
You really put
like,
some time into it. You're
New
like,
Year.
I'm doing this. You focus. So I give you that. But you still suck.
But yeah. So
Just kidding.
basically, yeah, you.
It's just not a fast game.
No,
That's the thing.
Well, no, I feel like we need to talk about this.
that's
though.
another thing. It's an epic. It's epic.
We need to talk about the epilogue, whether Daryl finished it or not. Though I feel like
Go ahead.
because I mean it is slow and it is pointless, but it still felt like it built story and connected the two the two games together.
Basically, you as Marsden,
Yeah.
and your uncle, the
Uncle.
drunken uncle, get
And
buy a
eventually-
and your wife and your kid.
That Indian guy,
Yep, the Mexican guy from your group, Thomas, joins up with you.
Thomas.
And you buy a piece of land, and you like literally tear down the old house. And
Dude,
you
that was so
literally
awesome.
build-
Like, and you go out to the bank and he like signs away like all his money. And he's
one
like,
of the missions is going to the bank to get a loan.
yeah,
that's
and
literally
like
what
they
you're-
tell you like, oh, the bank owns you now, and like they.
Yep.
I don't know how many times they said that in the epilogue. They're like,
Yep.
oh, the bank owns me now.
Just get your wife back, so your wife and your kid will move back.
oh, that's right. They aren't
literally
even
build
there.
a
It's
house.
just you and Uncle and eventually Thomas.
Yes, you literally.
But dude,
have
that whole
buttons.
mission where you like build the house like from a kit,
God, I was just like, come on,
it's lame, but it's so cool.
it's Rockstar.
Yeah, it is rock.
It's very Rockstar. But you literally, there's button prompts to pound in nails. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's like crazy like that.
They
Move
could have
the
just
boards
done it
and-
more in a cutscene,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But it was great. And Uncle's like, he had the lumbago. That's what he always complained about. He's like, hey,
oh
man,
yeah, that's right.
lumbago.
That's right.
But it was really, I mean, it was good. I don't know where you could have put that part of that, but I think that would have been a good like lead up to the next one or something.
Well, they obviously had to put something in that segues,
just-
somewhat transitions from this one to
You had to have
because they knew
Marsden.
they killed Arthur Morgan prematurely.
That's the thing. I wish we could have played Arthur Morgan more. And then when you go back to the open world, you're Marsden. I wish you could play as Arthur. Like when you go back
Oh,
to
is
like
do you?
yeah, just
Oh,
the
I
open
didn't know
world.
that.
There's no more Arthur. And I really miss that character. I thought that character was
And then you do a bunch of bounty missions with Sadie,
Bonnie missions with Sadie. You can do whatever you want pretty much. You can
and
be
that's
as-
kind of cool because
yeah.
she kind of develops. I feel like more as a character. I really liked her doing those. Those are really one of my favorite parts of the epilogue with her bounty missions.
The part is though, when you start doing more of those missions, your wife gets more pissed. And it doesn't she leave again?
I didn't think she was with you then.
Yeah, she comes back and lives with you because you built the house.
Well, I didn't finish the house till after I did a
Oh.
lot of the bounty missions.
Oh, okay. So I did that.
I did a
after.
couple bounty missions, and yeah, she was still pissed. But I feel like that was just storyline.
See, I did all the house stuff first, and then she came back, and I started doing those missions, and she kept complaining every time I come
Yeah.
back. She'd be like, "Why are you out doing that stuff again?" And you had to keep lying
I guess
to
that's
her.
right. I do remember a little bit of that. I just like doing bounty missions, which I feel like I enjoyed them. Like I always like go out and hog tying dudes and bringing them back and
Yep.
fucking punch them on the head when
Yeah.
they're complaining.
Shut up. They're talking the whole time, and you have an option to
Shut
punch them in
up.
the face and knock them out. That's enough out of you.
But I don't know how I guess I kind of forgot how they do end the epilogue. Where do they leave this hanging?
You find Dutch. You get a tip.
That's right.
You find Dutch in a remote place. You climb up to this mountain, and he's hiding out like a little rat, like a scared little mouse.
Is it the mountains from the beginning of the game?
Yes, right here. And Micah is with him. And in the very end, Dutch pulls his gun on you and shoots Micah instead.
Daryl,
Which
in
I
terms of
hated.
storyline, you didn't want to find any resolution with Micah because you knew he's not.
At that point, I did not care.
You just wanted to play
Arthur-
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Are you
wanted-
looking up videos of Resident Evil 2 right now?
Yes.
I wanted Arthur to kill Micah, though. That's my one thing.
That's
and then
true.
something between Dutch and whatever John. But I thought it was cheap that John Marsden got to kill Dutch, but it was Micah. But it was cool that he fulfilled Arthur's.
I think that's kind of what it was. It was
Yeah,
like a
but I
passing
still
of the
missed
torch
Arthur
kind of.
so much. By the end of this game, I wanted Arthur back.
When I started the game, I remember telling Matt that I didn't I still like John Marston more than Arthur, but I feel like, and he's like, no, you won't,
Yep.
because he'd already beat the game, obviously. And then I think not to say that John Marston's a sweet character, but they just developed Arthur Morgan a lot. What do you think, Daryl?
It was a good old fashioned
Arthur
showdown.
Morgan or John Marston? How much of the first one did you play?
2 hours. I'm sorry.
All right.
What was that movie he said he'd never seen?
Die Hard.
Shut up.
Really?
I mean, I probably caught some.
Shut up.
Okay.
There was a different one that I
I
was
probably
like, there's no
caught
way.
some parts on TV. Even
I
Betsy
don't know.
gets mad at me.
A New
about
Hope,
this.
probably.
Oh no, I've seen that.
He's so full of shit. He's seen Die Hard. I know he has. No, there
Predator.
wasn't. No, what was it? It drove me nuts. I couldn't believe that he'd never seen it before. Anyway,
You're killing me
killing me, Smalls.
softly.
Great game. I thought it was an epic. I thought it was like an old Western epic.
It really
felt
was
like it.
pretty epic.
But
But it was slow.
It's a gamer's game, though. You have to be ready
If it
for
was a movie, it would be
story.
like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, one of those, or like a freaking Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be
13
like
hours
sequel,
and
like a
3 movies.
Tarantino sequel.
Yeah, but it was great. I thought it was great.
Hateful
I
Eight Part
loved
1
every
and
minute.
2.
Yep, I loved every minute of it.
Should we give it an out of 10? Out of 5? Thumbs up or thumbs down? How are you feeling the rating system for this,
I mean,
Daryl?
10's a perfect
On a
game. I've
game
never played a perfect
and a
game.
technical level, this game deserves a 10.
Yeah,
But for how much fun, per se,
yeah, personal.
I had a 7.5
Overall, you'd give 7, 5?
Yeah. for fun.
I'm just saying overall, considering technical and fun. So you'd
'Cause-
give it about an 8?
Yeah, because you got to give it up. You can't hate on this game
God,
too
that
much.
part right there,
When Mike is walking away dead with his face splattered.
just like
in.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Remember when he was walking
That's
around
right.
him when he shot him in the head?
It's been a while. I forgot. I need to watch that again.
What do you give it, Justin?
I don't know. 8.5, 9, somewhere in that range. I'm not going to say it was a near perfect game. There's a couple things I'd change. But when I try and think of what they are, I struggle. So, yeah, there parts of it were long-winded, but I feel like it was trying to make you submersive and get you into the game and develop characters. So,
They designed it that way.
as a storyteller, loving kind of person, I'm going to give it props. So I'll say 8.5.
The game never wavered in what it was doing.
He's gonna give 9.5. You did
No.
8.5. I'll do 7.5. Let's just fucking call it a day. You know.
The game never went away from what it was trying to do, ever. That's why it was long-winded, because it didn't
No.
compromise. It didn't
Yeah.
do anything like better than anything else. It was just all around great.
It wanted to cross its T's and dot its I's when it came to being a fucking cowboy and shit.
I give it a 9. Only because a 9.5 is like 1 or 2 mistakes away from being that perfect, and I've never had a perfect game in my life. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Mario.
But there's still gripes.
Yeah, but it's so accessible and well known.
That's a SJW way of
What
looking.
what'd you say, Mario?
Yeah.
Mario what?
The original Super Mario Brothers.
What about it? That's a 9.5 game.
A 10?
a 10?
A 10?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to give this game a 9 just because of what Daryl just said.
I'll give it a 9. I think it was great. You know what though? I'll say God of War for me. Is there a 9.25? Or do I have to go to
I
9.5?
don't know. I mean, if you really feel
You can
like
do whatever
need
the
it.
fuck you
It's
want.
up
You
to
can do
man.
1.8, 10.
God
I
of-
don't care.
God
You
of-
would be the kind of person who'd bet $1 on Price is Right, though.
For me, God of War was a 9.5.
Okay.
So that's where that puts it in.
I have
it's-
one more
it's-
question.
It's a niche under that.
Just barely.
Okay.
One
Sorry
more-
about that.
But
One
like
more
Daryl
question
said,
about
as
Red Dead.
technically and everything else, 10 across the boards.
One more question about Red Dead Redemption 2, and then we can be done unless there's something else you would like to add to the repertoire of conversation that we've been given this evening.
That's not the proper word to use in that.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. At this point, it's Saturday. Who cares?
Saturday.
Who the F is Gavin in the different towns? Yeah.
Gavin. Gavin.
There's theories out there.
He's
and-
going to be.
Gavin.
What
Who
I'm
the
going to
f-
say.
It's Gavin.
I haven't read any of these theories, but before you tell them, is I'm going to say judging from what I've seen in the other ones and my expectations for an Undead Nightmare is, I'm gonna say he's gonna be like some sort of patient zero.
I was gonna say the exact words you just said.
Yeah.
Patient zero.
Yeah.
He'll be the one you find.
Did you ever
start
find
everything.
the lady locked in like the outhouse?
Yep. Did you ever see the guy
No.
stumbling out of the
See,
woods?
there's a lot of immersion to this game that would make you interested, Daryl. That would raise that score.
But
Yeah,
have
you
to
can
wander.
slow yawn at me if you want.
Yeah.
But
tired, dude.
there's a part where
waking up
you're
at like
riding
4
along
a.m.
and it's a half side mission where somebody tells you to go see this. It's like this little outhouse, and there's like somebody chained inside, and they're roaring like a zombie.
There's a part where a guy just stumbles out of the woods when I was just riding along, and he's holding his stomach all bloodied up, like ripped up, his whole body. And he's like, "Oh, I need help, please." I'm so hungry, but my stomach hurts.
That's right.
And he's just bleeding out, and you have a choice to kill him or help the guy and go get medicine for him. And I shot that son of a bitch right in the face because I knew it's a zombie thing. Can you imagine this game world as realistic as it looks and everything else with zombies? It'd be Walking Dead.
Yeah. Just
you mean
Google-
Walking Red Dead?
Walking Red Dead. That's what they
just
should call it.
Just look
It's so sick.
look
The
this up
Walking
on
Red
YouTube,
Dead.
and there's a whole bunch of stuff.
It's tons of Easter eggs for that. They have
Yeah,
to.
I know there's another. I saw that person. There's another thing I saw. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, you come across that Gavin guy looking for him. What, 3, 4, maybe 5 times? I think. You know what? I even came across him as John Marsden. You go into Saint Denis, and he's still looking for him.
Yeah, it goes out throughout the whole game. You hear him.
Yeah.
And Saint
so
Denis.
yeah, and after
Yeah.
a while, I started to get creeped out and like kind of sad for the guy because it's like, especially as John Marsden, it's like this dude's been spending years of his life looking for this dude.
Apparently, there's vampire stuff in this game already too. You find people that are like it's vampire kind of stuff.
Did you guys read much of the?
Here's the thing right here. These night folk, right here.
That's what I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
Did you guys read much of the content? I'm guessing Daryl didn't.
What content?
Like all these notes and stuff.
I mean,
that
I
you
did
can,
do, but
some.
73 hours, man. I don't remember. I'm not that literal.
Daryl, you done
About what?
with this game? Are you
Look, man,
7.5
you played
out?
the hell out of that game, and you took detailed notes. I give you props.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I tried my best.
Bang bang.
Kiss, kiss.
Good
bang,
movie.
bang. You guys satisfied? Can we
Is that
move on to the
Kiss, Kiss,
secret?
Bang Bang?
Yeah, it's backwards. We want move on to the secret question.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
I got one, unless you guys had one set up.
Go for it.
well,
Thank you. Who would you get to play as you in the movie of your life?
Ooh.
I can't answer that.
You would get.
Don't say Matthew McConaughey.
No, I'm not gonna say Matthew McConaughey, the guy that played Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness. The guy that's
Oh,
Doctor Strange.
Crumble bitch.
Yeah, you'd be Benedict
No,
Cumberbatch.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
get
would.
that.
Yeah, you
I don't
would.
know.
Your eye placement and color.
Or that guy
eye
that played
placement.
Buffalo Bill.
The guy looks like a fucking alien.
You look like an alien. You're
right.
fucking lanky bit.
Yeah, if you put the eyes on your side of your head, you'd look just like him.
I am not from Earth.
If I talk like this,
I'm Hubert Cumberbatch.
Doctor Strange.
I'm Benedict Cumberbatch.
Who would I be then, Daryl? Daryl would be Jack Black.
No.
Sorry.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I would
Yeah,
totally want
I
to.
like how Matt texted, if Jack Black was young, he'd be Daryl. I'm like, well,
No
duh.
shit.
We said this like 18 years ago.
Well,
It
if I was
sucks.
Jewish, I would be Seth Rogen.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. He laughs
I
like
can't-
me more.
Yeah,
That's
you're-
a pretty good laugh. That's a pretty good one. No, he does.
I don't know who Justin would be. Who would you be?
I was thinking like the skinny Jonah Hill.
Dude that played Robin in the Batman Robin movie.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, the Yeah.
With the Batman nipples. He was Robin.
Chris O'Donnell?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, a shorter
pretty
Chris
good.
O'Donnell.
I remember people telling me the Boy Meets World kid was me when I was a kid. But that was when I was
I can
younger,
see
didn't
that.
have a beard.
I say Chris
Topanga?
O'Donnell.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that chick. Okay.
Yeah,
That was
Chris
too easy.
O'Donnell. That's my thing. I don't agree with you with the Crumble bitch thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What about the guy who played Buffalo Bill in Silence in the Lambs?
I can see that more than
What
you know.
about like what about like Kif from Futurama? You have a striking resemblance.
Kiff?
Yeah.
An animated character
The alien that looked at.
talking like this.
Yeah, that's married to Amy.
who basically looks like an alien version of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't look like the human version, but what about the alien version of him?
I think that you're like a melding of both. A nice goulash of cheese intermixed.
Whatever, Jack Black.
I know. I'm a true descendant. of
You
the
are,
D.
dude. You're like, you should do that 23andMe and see if you can get any money out of that motherfucker.
You are related to Jack Black.
You have a,
It's a bag. No. No, I wish I
boy.
could.
he has
I
a
wish I could.
podcast now.
Everybody's got a podcast.
No, it's like a gaming.
No wonder nobody's listening to us.
Did you know that we have a podcast too?
People
How do
listen
they
to us, man.
contact us?
At cyberlunch1 at outlook.com
They
or our
should-
Facebook page.
They should do that more. It's been a while.
Since I could read a comment for this fucking Joe.
Hey, everybody out there, what do you think we look like?
I was gonna ask that. Thank you.
Sexy.
And if
Or who do you look like?
Eric, if you say an asshole, I'll give you automatic points,
Who is your celebrity look
but I'll
like?
still not appreciate it. What?
Who is your celebrity look like? Cyber lunch people face.
I know you guys don't give a shit, but who's winning tomorrow night?
I don't. New England, of course.
Yeah, probably.
It's either going to be 17 to like 12 or like 51
Dude,
to
everybody
49.
thought New England was going to win last year, and Philly fucking mopped the floor with
It's
them.
a year. They're not going to freaking do
So-
LA yet. Nobody in LA cares, man.
That's why they're going to do it, because they're establishing a franchise.
Okay, I'll go with you on that. I won't be surprised either.
What
way.
about, you don't believe the Saints people that they threw the game for him then? Because then if they did, they're going to do it for him in the Super Bowl.
I believe that NFL refs suck and the rules are stupid. There we go.
Thanks for sticking with us, Cyberbots. We want to hear from you. Like I said, cyberlunch1 at outlook.com or our Facebook page at cyberlunch. We're looking forward to seeing you again next week for another lunchroom discussion. Thanks for sticking around, folks, for that weird, twisty tale. If there's anything that you missed or anything that you think you would like us to touch on better, not
Yeah,
you.
if you have
but-
your own stories,
Yeah.
send them in.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
I'd
want to
read-
hear them.
Short. Please keep them short.
I don't know if any of our...
Or really long. I don't care.
Actually, yeah, write paragraphs. Who cares? We'll read that shit. Phil's time.
Yes.
You can be our special guest.
Yep.
Come on in.
The silent cartographer. I'm Daryl.
I'm Jason.
We're Cyberlunch.
We're out.
We got tuberculosis. One last thing as the music fades. How Arthur says, sure. Sure. No, it's sure.
He's Irish. The guy that played.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he is Irish.
Straight up Irish.
Go Rams.